Welcome back to Leeds Lately for the live watch-along of the FA Cup replay between Plymouth Argyle and Leeds United at Home Park. Looking forward to seeing a much changed Leeds United side. Thank you everybody who's already joined and said evening to you all as well. Thank you to our members. Karen is the only member in here at the moment, but I'm sure we'll have a lot more people in here later. So welcome to Liam, Penny, Karen, Renda, and David. Yeah, so welcome everybody who's joined already. Hoping for a big performance tonight from some young players that need to prove their worth, really. And this is a great chance for them to do so. Welcome Chewy Backer and welcome S. Eel as well. Let's go straight in with the lineup then, because someone's already mentioned it, Piru and Joseph. So Melier in goal, Byron at right back, Rodon, Cooper, Firpo is the defenders. Then you've got Gruev and Kamara in the holding midfields with Nonto, Piru, Anthony, and then Joseph ahead of them. For me, I think Piru is going to play in the number 10 with Joseph as the striker, and Nonto out on the right and Anthony out on the left. It'd be interesting to see if it does line up any different to that, but at the moment, that's kind of how I see things. Let me know if you agree down in the comments below. Some people saying good to see Piru up front. Other people saying not sure whether he will be or whether he'll be in the 10 and Joseph will be up front. But yeah, would like to see Mateo Joseph do something, I think, because so far for me, in a first team capacity, I've not been really convinced. I know his minutes have only been limited, but I would like to see Mateo Joseph do something. I would like to see him get himself a goal, build his confidence. Because at the moment, for me, I do feel like he kind of needs to make that push, that step up to the first team, and he hasn't done it so far for me. So I'm looking forward to having him have a chance to prove himself and getting to see what he does with that tonight. It's nice to be on the BBC as well, isn't it? And just nice and easy, go on iPlayer and watch it. Alex Scott presenting with Jermaine Beckford and Glenn, what's he called? That striker who played for Glenn Murray, who played for Brighton and stuff. But yes, at Home Park tonight, away, which is confusing because it's called Home Park. But Leeds will have turned up in their numbers, and I can see now from the crowd that they, of course, have. And we have about 7 minutes to kick off here, and hopefully Leeds United can put them away early, and then just cruise to a nice victory is what I would like to see from tonight's game. Remember as well, if you find that you can't put anything down in the chat below, that is because you haven't hit that big red subscribe button yet. So hit that, because we're trying to hit 8k as soon as possible. We're on 7.5 at the moment. So yeah, make sure you hit that and you'll be able to chat with our lovely people down below. And also, as always, there is a link in the description for classic football shirts. If you use Leeds Lately 10 at checkout, you get 10% off. James Tyree saying, hopefully Farke plays a little strong starting 11. Here is the starting 11 for you. Yeah, and a lot of people are agreeing with me about Joseph. It's not a criticism necessarily of him. It's just that now he's getting a start. Go and do something. Go and, even if you don't get a goal, get yourself an assist or be involved in the attacking play and really, really prove your worth. But for anybody wanting to see the lineup, that is it there now on your screens. We did talk about it before, so we won't go back through the whole lineup again. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it lines up because, of course, Farke notoriously has been playing Piru in the number 10. Hasn't of late, but it would be interesting to see whether he does play Piru up front or whether he plays Mateo Joseph up front. So keep an eye out for that one. And I would imagine that they'll probably be swapping around a little bit as well. So that'll be interesting to see. Like Munchy Toy says, 5 changes to the side. So yeah, he's treating this as if it's an FA Cup game, which of course it is. But it's nice to see that he's being sensible with the lineup and bringing in Cooper and players who maybe are senior players but don't get as many minutes as perhaps they would like, and it kind of keeps everybody happy then, doesn't it? So yeah, that'll be nice to see. We are only 6 minutes away from kickoff now, and Alex Scott's just going to ask Jermaine Beckford some questions, so let's report on what's happening here. 7 games unbeaten this calendar year. Forgot about that. We're still unbeaten this year. Welcome, John Garside, one of our Leeds Lately members. Of course, if you want to join the Leeds Lately membership, you can just hit that join button down below, and that'll help the channel out massively. Of course, you don't have to, but it'd be nice if you did. I'd have liked Cresswell to get a game. Yeah, I would have liked Cresswell to get a game as well. But of course, at the moment, he hasn't really had that chance yet since the start of the season, and hopefully he's playing his way back into favour and training and stuff. Welcome, CB. CB says evening all. In fact, he says evening all. Watching BBC, listening to the proper commentary from Max. I shouldn't have picked you up on your spelling, should I? If you were giving me a compliment, sorry about that, CB. You know I appreciate you. Lead style of play, high turnovers, first in the championship. So hopefully we see a lot of that high pressing tonight from Mateo Joseph, trying to put in those hard yards to win the ball back in attacking positions. Nonto's scored 6 goals in 53 appearances for Leeds, which for somebody who was considered a £30 million player isn't massive amount. I stuttered, lol. Greetings, Mark. Welcome from España. Just talking about Jadon Anthony now. Oh my God, Jadon Anthony's only scored 2 goals for us. It was a great goal, wasn't it, in the first leg of this tie, where he just went past a couple of players and then into the box and just curled it into the back of the net. Excellent finish. That's what I've been kind of wanting to see from Jadon Anthony as well, just to have that a bit of extra get up and go, a bit of ability to beat a man and then go and put the ball in the back of the net, and it was a bit of extra quality that he put on the end of that. So that was just. That was just exciting to see him really sort of live up to those expectations. John Garside saying was watching AFCON and Max Gradle is now 36. I feel old. Yeah, is he? Yeah, you always kind of think of players as perpetually young, don't you, when you see them as a young player at your team? But yeah, I suppose that is a lot of years now ago that he played for Leeds. So players are walking out onto the pitch now. Melier leading them out. I'm not sure who's captain tonight. I would imagine that. Hold on. The only way I can see the lineup is by pressing that. I would imagine. Oh yeah, it'll be Cooper. Cooper will be the captain tonight. Of course he will. Yeah, Cooper's ahead of Melier coming out. I forgot Cooper was playing. Best way to start your Wednesday mornings. The Leeds game, morning from Melbourne. Welcome, Adrock. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Nice to have some of our Australian contingent. Have to get up in the middle of the night, don't you? Well, actually, no, it's not as bad, is it? This is just a morning fixture for you. Oh, yeah. Good shout, Render. Thank you very much. I will remind people just before kickoff, but if a goal goes in at either end in this game, please don't say anything in the chat because it will spoil it for me. And I obviously want to be able to react to a goal just as I would if I was watching it in the stadium or at home on my own. Score prediction, I think Leeds are going to walk it now, and I think they're going to win a nice, comfortable 2-0. I would hope so. A nice, comfortable 2 or 3-0. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if it'll happen because they've been pretty good of late. Last couple of games, they've been playing well, so it'll be interesting to see how we come up against them. But, I mean, we've had plenty of practice against them, haven't we? Why is their mascot shaking hands with all our players? Did anybody else see that? Leeds players just taking their positions out on the pitch. Of course, by the way, I don't know if any of you know this, but Connor Roberts, even though he's ineligible for this game, has travelled with the squad. He's travelled with the squad and he's gone out and warmed up with them as well, and he's going to go and sit on the bench, even though he obviously can't play. But, I mean, that's commitment, that, isn't it? That is commitment. That's what you love to see, stuff like that. Especially as a Leeds fan, that's kind of like... We always say this, but like it's as much as you can ask somebody that just tries their absolute hardest. But putting in the extra effort like that will go a long way with Leeds fans. And Connor Roberts already doing a good job of endearing himself to the fans by turning up to a game that he can't even play in and warming up and being part of the squad and getting used to being around his teammates and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's great. Melier in goal, Byron, Rodon, Cooper. Our bench is Klaassen, Vanden Heuvel, Ampadu, Cresswell, Bamford, Somerville, Gray, Ruter, and Gelhardt. So, Looks like Cooper's just flipping a coin with the officials now. That is real commitment to show out to Connor. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll let you know. Oh, actually, you'll be able to see John, won't you? Because it's on iPlayer in it, so you'll be able to watch it. Morgan Whittaker, key player for them, apparently. 17 goals, 7 assists this season in all competitions. Welcome, Ben. Welcome to the chat. Nice way to join. Nice to see Charlie come on at 2-0 up and play well. Yeah, I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him play well, and I would also like to. I just need to see something from Mateo Joseph. He needs to give me something. Give me a little nugget of something to go on. Those who are just joining, this is the lineup at the moment. We are just about to kick off here at Home Park. We are underway in a second, but the referee is just checking something. And we are underway here at Home Park. Leeds kicking off at the moment. Byram taking the ball into an unfamiliar this season right back position and already striding past a couple of Plymouth players only to lose the ball. But then somehow win it back again. And here is Sam Byram still. Sam Byram in the box. Drops the ball back to Wilfred Nonto, who is out on the right-hand side like I'd predicted. And that's been deflected away by Plymouth, and that is going to be a Leeds United throw-in. Leeds already looking to push forward as much as they can in these early stages. His Mateo Joseph drops the ball to Byram and then back to Nonto and then to Byram again. And Byram's going to try and get the ball in the box. He's somehow still retained possession, and then Nonto tries to cross it in and smacks it into the stand behind the goal. And of course, everybody as well, just to let you know, like Ben says in the chat, nobody say anything about the goals. I reminded you before, but I'll remind you again because we'll have new people in here. If a goal goes in, don't say anything in the chat until it's on the screen or I've screamed. So yeah, there seems to be some balloons on the pitch, some green Plymouth balloons. So hopefully we don't get a repeat of the that Liverpool-Sunderland game. Callum Wright comes forward here with the ball for Plymouth on the edge of the box. He tries to curl it in towards the back post, and Firpo looks like he's going to get a little touch on it, but doesn't quite touch it, and it's going to be a Leeds goal kick there after a clever little pass from Wright, but it didn't quite manage to make it through to the waiting striker. Firpo just knew to leave it then. Yeah, it's gone out for a Leeds goal kick, and Meslier can be calm and take that one. Hardy was looking to pounce on that at the back post, but couldn't quite get there. Cooper. Now Gruev pokes it forward to Kamara, and now Piru, and now Leeds are in behind here. Oh, offside. Leeds. I think it was Jaden Anthony that was behind there. Sorry, offside. Oh, that's good, Chewy Backer. Cheers. I think he's onside, you know. I don't know if that's offside. Oh well, ball back with Meslier now after a long ball forward from that free kick. Here is the young French goalkeeper just with the ball in his hands. Balloons still floating across the pitch. Meslier throws that one out to Sam Byram. Sam Byram's going to play the ball to Nonto. Nonto back to Byram again. Byram gets absolutely crunched there by a Plymouth player, and be interesting to see if there's a card for this, because for me that's a yellow card. Or maybe because it's so early. Yeah, that's got to be a yellow card for me. For me, that's a yellow card all day long. Leeds have got the free kick, then they've taken it. Here's Gruev. Kamara, back to Gruev again. Pokes it to Liam Cooper, and then out wide to Firpo. Firpo to Anthony. Anthony tries to just drop the shoulder and go around the player there, but the ball rolls out for a throw-in about halfway inside the Plymouth Argyle half. Yeah, for me it's definitely a yellow card. Firpo heads it forward, back up to the halfway line, then Hardy heads it back. Ball forward down the wing for Hardy. Here he is trying to come inside and put the ball into the box. He crosses it towards the back post. It goes past absolutely everyone and picks up right at the back opposite corner flag. Plymouth keep possession here, and now they try and play it back down the line again. Nonto marking, but the ball comes into the box, headed away by Cooper. Only as far as a Plymouth player, and then it's judged offside from the cross into the box. Crossman 52 saying, what are the winnings for the FA Cup winner? I'm not sure, to be honest, but you get Europa League if you win the FA Cup. It's not happened very often that a championship side's been in the Europa League, but it did happen with Wigan when they won the FA Cup the same year that they got relegated. And then obviously they were in the Championship playing in the Europa League, so it was a bit strange. Here's Rodon into Piru. Drops that back to Cooper. Cooper just looking for an option here. FA Cup, it's not Champions League, it's Europa League. Here's Gruev. Comes forward with it, drops it off to Firpo, and then Firpo tries to give it back, and Joseph tries to hold it up, but it's taken away by Plymouth, and then fouled just inside the Leeds half. Morgan Whittaker is fouled, and that's going to be a free kick taken quickly. Goalkeeper with the ball now. Plays the ball forward up to the halfway line. Headed by Sam Byram, and then Rodon, and then Gruev plays that one all the way back to Melier. Here is Melier again. Plays the ball to Joe Rodon. Now out to Sam Byram in the right back position, and back to Joe Rodon again. Leeds just looking to try and play through this front line of Plymouth, who they do tend to sit off a little bit from pressing fully, but they are set up in a bit of a mid block. But good ball there from Leeds. Is able to split that, but then it means that Leeds have to go back again because of how organised Plymouth are in that defence. Here's Firpo. Tries to play the ball inside to Piru, but it's been taken away, and now Whittaker down the right-hand side. Got Hardy inside. Tries to poke it through, and then Melier can just send that one long up to the halfway line. Bounces towards Nonto. It's headed away there by the Plymouth defender. Nonto might be able to win the ball back, but there he can't quite, and now the ball down the line to right. Here's Rodon, though, tracking him all the way. Down the left wing, and Rodon manages to get a foot on that, and it's going to be a throw-in to... Plymouth there. Sorinola to take it. Plymouth actually looks like Triple H. Sorinola still hasn't taken the throw-in yet. Good little stab forward there from Gruev to get the ball away, but they have managed to get the ball back here. Ball forward, and Whittaker tries to flick it, but Firpo, I think, is going to be able to deal with that, and that's going to be a Leeds throw-in. I think we're going to struggle without Ruter. He's the engine, Dale saying. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Piru is very... he's not very suited to playing that role, and he's certainly not got the legs that Jorginho has, so be interested to see how that pans out there, and whether maybe somebody else drops into that role and Piru goes up front at some point. Here's Firpo with the throw-in. Throws it over the halfway line. Flicked on by Mateo Joseph, but it was a very physical challenge on him. But now Kamara's won it back, and the defender, Sorinola, has gone right through Nonto, but it's a fair tackle according to the referee. Here's Byram. Now Nonto. Back to Joe Rodon. Rodon drops it off to Melier. Melier back to Rodon here. Kamara into Nonto. Back to Kamara again. Drops it off to Melier. Here's Joe Rodon. Joe Rodon comes forward and then gives the ball to Gruev, but it's been taken away, and now they can come forward here, and it's a shot from a very, very long way out from Plymouth, and it's gone way past the post in the end. It's a poor effort, really. I don't really know why he tried that. I think he should have. I think he should have tried to poke in one of his teammates to go through on goal there, but he's taken a ridiculous shot, and I don't mind that. You can do that all day for me because Leeds will take that and easy to defend. Melee with the ball into Piru. Piru out wide to Byram. Byram down the line to Nonto. Nonto comes inside and gives the ball back to Byram. Byram can't quite take it with him close enough. Ooh, sliding challenge there from the Plymouth player was dangerously high on Nonto, I felt. Nonto with a little flick inside to Byram. Now Byram to Kamara. Kamara to Anthony. Now Leeds can maybe come forward a little bit here. Ball out to Firpo. I think that's going to slow things down a little bit given his position, but he's now going to try and play a reverse pass back to Anthony, and now it looks like Cooper did really well to recover that counter-attack there. It's going to be a throw into Leeds. Firpo gets ready to take this throw in. Firpo heads it forward. Knocked back by the Plymouth player. And now Cooper's going to have to try and deal with this one. And he does. He just puts it out for a throw in there. Long ball there from Plymouth, and it goes all the way through to Ilan Melier. Melier just plays that one out to Joe Rodon and then back to Melier again. Melier, I think he's looking to send this one long this time, and he is. He's going to send it all the way up to Jaden Anthony in that corner, and he's going to have to deal with it here, the defender, and he doesn't deal with it. He gives the ball straight to Jaden Anthony. Phillips, and his hands are all over Anthony's back there. How is that a throw into them? He had his hands all over him, grabbing his shirt, and then kick the ball off him. Here is Phillips with the throw-in. Here's Whittaker. It's flicked on, fortunately, for him. Great challenge there from Ilya Gruev. That is an unbelievable sliding challenge. And the ball goes all the way back to the Plymouth goalkeeper after that challenge. So a really, really important challenge to make there from Gruev. Slowed them right down. Long ball forward here by Plymouth, and Melier can come out and catch that one. Here is Gruev. Back to Kamara. Kamara plays a nice first-time pass out to Byram on the right-hand side. Byram comes over the halfway line, tries to play the ball into Mateo Joseph, who's in on goal here. He's looking to have a shot. He goes one way, he goes the other. He shoots! He hits the bar! So close for Mateo Joseph. He did so well there with that run. Brilliant from Mateo Joseph. Okay, that's a spark. That's what I wanted to see. He's holding the player off so well there. Then he goes this way and he goes that, and he opens up the space to shoot and he hits the bar. Very, very good from Mateo Joseph. And it is a save as well. I can see why Mateo Joseph has gone mad over that not being a corner, because that is a really good save by the goalkeeper who pushed it onto the bar in the end. Yeah, I'm happy with that from him. That's what I need to see more of. Here's Byram. Back to Gruev. Now Kamara. Kamara's been gone through the back of, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick just inside the Leeds half. Strong work too, battling into the area. Yeah, I know. The other player had a handful of Mateo Joseph shirts, so Joseph was like, okay, I'll have a handful of your shirt. Then he just held strong, held him off with his arm, and did really well to fashion an opportunity there. Good from him again there, Mateo Joseph, just pushing a player away to be able to get that chest down. Here's Rodon. Rodon goes past a couple of players and gives the ball to Jaden Anthony. Really good from him. And now Mateo Joseph picks the ball up out wide, and he's given offside there. Is Rodon limping? I'll have a look. I hope not, because he's been fantastic for us. It's going to be a throw in here to Leeds. Yeah, Rodon maybe looks like he is struggling a little bit. Here's Nonto, who gets fouled, and it's going to be a free kick. Gruev with a little chipped ball out to Firpo on the left-hand side. He brings it down nicely and then looks to play a pass to a teammate. Here's Cooper. Now Rodon. Rodon doesn't look like he's struggling too much here. Here's Cooper. Just walking with the ball at the moment. Just looking for an option to pass the ball to. Here is Cooper trying to play a long ball down the line for Jaden Anthony, but it bounces all the way through to Plymouth goalkeeper, and that's going to be an easy one for him to pick up. It's Phillips back to the goalkeeper again, back to Phillips. Leeds can gain a bit of yardage here and put the pressure on, and it's had to be a long ball forward from Phillips, and then Cooper's just sent that one absolutely flying up in the air. Byron plays it forward towards Nonto. Sorinola goes over the top of Nonto, and it's going to be a throw into Leeds. Sorinola looks like he's hurt himself here, but then he jumped on top of Nonto, so I don't really know what he's expecting. Crossman52 saying, I will always lead on the side of refs letting things play and get physical. Even, but there is no consistency. You're absolutely right, because some of the fouls that don't get called are sliding challenges that look like they could really hurt a player, and yet the fouls that do get called are Nonto just getting bumped in the back and just going over. The ailing flops, basically. The great way to describe it is the ailing flops. They all get pulled up as a free kick, but ones where they're actually like a sliding challenge that could hurt someone, they just don't. Here's Nonto out on the right wing, right on the touchline. Tries to poke it through to Byram. Here is Byram. Back to Nonto again here. And Nonto has done an ailing flop and got fouled. Got Leeds a free kick near the corner flag. Does it go straight to pens? Do you know what? I actually genuinely can't remember, because it's been that long since we've been in an FA Cup replay where it's gone to... Well, it's been a draw at the end of regulation time. That incentivizes the behaviour they want out of the game. Yeah, exactly. Anthony then is the one who's going to take this free kick. You've got Cooper, Rodon, Firpo, and somebody else in the box waiting for this. Jaden Anthony setting up to put this one in the box. Here's Jaden Anthony. One arm up in the air and whips it towards the back post. Rodon tries to touch it down, and he's going to have to bring it all the way back to the halfway line, where Plymouth are obviously going to be able to come out. Here's Kamara across to Nonto. Nonto tries to play a long ball forward to Firpo there, but it's cut out there. And then Mateo Joseph does really well to come back and win that challenge. Michael got saying, with the bad weather tonight, all the travel to come, this can only bond the team together and put more hairs up their chest. Yeah, especially some of the young lads who are used to growing up in academies and playing on training pitches and stuff. This will be a little bit of a, yeah, get a bit of chill in your bones. Foul throw that one was for the Plymouth player. You don't see that very often, do you, in professional football? Firpo's going to take the throw in then and give the ball to Anthony. Anthony tries to play the ball across to Nonto, does it really well. Here's Nonto. Plays the ball out wide to Firpo. Firpo with the chance to cross the ball in the box. He does put the ball in the box. It's a good ball. It's headed straight up by a Plymouth player. Mateo Joseph brings it down. Here's now Byram. Byram on the edge in the right back position. Now Kamara. Goes past a couple of players. Drops it off to Joel Pirou, who shoots! Hits the bar! Oh my God. Joel Pirou with a really good strike. I think it took a bit of deflection and it hit the bar. We are getting close. Ball goes back to Sam Byram. Sam Byram chips the ball to the back post, and then Jaden Anthony tries to win the header, but feels like he was fouled there. He did go down and slide across the box, and then a great challenge there from Gruev, but unfortunately goes out for a goal kick. And we're underway again here already. He's the Plymouth goalkeeper trying to play the ball out to the right back, and he can't really touch it down very well. He's just leathered it up in the air. Very unfortunate for Leeds there that we didn't put the ball in the back of the net, but Kamara did really well to drop the ball off of Piru, and then it just hits the bar and all the water just shakes off the bar. Looked like it was in if not for the deflection. Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, twice we've hit the woodwork already, and we did that in the last game against Plymouth as well, so we should have been 2-0 up by now, which is very Leedsy of us. Good little flick on there by Joel Piru. Here's Mateo Joseph, who heads it straight back to a Plymouth player. Come forward again here, Plymouth. Here's Wright. Tries the ball into Whittaker. And then a shot, but Melier gets down well to his right and drops on that. It was a weak shot, but Leeds need to be careful of them coming on the counter-attack and scoring like that. A really good little flick from Whittaker, and Edwards tries to put it towards the near post, and Melier gets down well. Good save by Melier, though. Melier plays it out to Firpo. Now Kamara. Here's Gruev. Drops it back off to Kamara, and then a nice ball forward to Gruev again. It's nice football here. Plays the ball out to the left-hand side when Mateo Joseph has it. Mateo Joseph uses his body well, stays strong, comes inside and gives the ball to Glenn Kamara. Glenn Kamara now striding into the centre circle. Plays the ball out wide to Byram on the wide right, who plays a little overlapped ball towards Nonto, and eventually Sorinola has to play that one out for a Leeds throw-in. Couldn't quite tell whether it was a corner or a throw-in there. Byram then takes this throw-in back to Piru. Now Byram to Kamara. Back to Byram again. Now Joel Piru. Plays the ball all the way back to Cooper here. And then back to Joel Piru. Has to pop it back off to Joe Roden. Roden out wide to Byram. Byram back to Roden. Byram strides forward, but it's taken out there, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds in a position where I would think that we could put it in the box, but at this stage of the game, I wouldn't imagine that we will. It's more likely to be just a quickly taken free kick that allows us to regain the possession again. Here's Nonto down the right wing, puts the ball right across the box. The goalkeeper dives for it, doesn't get a touch on it, and I think he was just making sure he had all his angles covered there. But it's a really good ball across the box from Wilfred Nonto. It was taken quickly, and then Byron played it down the line. They were asleep there. They were asleep there, Plymouth. Goal kick taken here by Plymouth, and here's Phillips. Back to Hazard in the goal. Sends it long up towards the halfway line. Bounces straight to Cooper. Cooper manages to pass it to Firpo here. Now Gruev. Plenty of space here. He could stride forward with it if he wants. Now he plays it out wide to Sam Byram. Byram down the line to Nonto again. You've seen a lot of overlaps from Nonto and Byram here. Sam Byram keeps trying to win that ball back there. And then the Plymouth player slices it out, so it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Here's Byram ready to take this throw-in then. Back to Byram again. Now Mateo Joseph trying to hold the ball up. Tries to play it down the line, but it's deflected away, and it's going to be another throw-in for Leeds. Ball's holding up on that grass with all the water, yeah. Farker and the Plymouth manager, whose name escapes me, look absolutely soaked. Here's Byram with the ball forward, tries to play it into Mateo Joseph, but it's just going to go all the way through for a goal kick for Plymouth. Robert King saying good to see a bit of rotation in the team tonight. Anybody who has joined us recently, there is the team on the screen just for you to have a look at. And it is Mateo Joseph that is playing up front tonight with Joel Piroux in behind him. Wright and Roden go up for a header there, but Wright just heads it straight out for a Leeds throw-in. Is Byram just inside the Plymouth half, getting ready to take this throw-in. Now Roden. Cooper. Now Mellier with it. He's got 17 goals in all competitions, Whittaker. Mateo Joseph gets fouled there, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick just inside the Plymouth half. I think thought it was going to get taken quickly then, but Kamara didn't see the opportunity without potentially losing the ball. Here's Joe Roden. Now Nonto. Goes back to Roden. Now Byram. Back to Roden again. Interesting how when Strauch's not here, a lot of the players coming through Joe Roden as like the chief distributor from the back. Here's Mellier. Just looking for a pass here. There's a nice ball into Joel Piroux, who tries to turn but loses the ball there. Now the ball out to the right back here. That's a ball down the line here for Hardy, and Hardy's going to try and get the ball into the box, and Byram does really well to get a touch on that, and then Gruev can clear, but I felt like he may have been offside there, Hardy, but apparently not, and it was very close to Plymouth scoring there. Ball out to the right-hand side for Plymouth. Looking to get the ball in the box here. Plays it inside to Whittaker and then tries to get it back to the right back here. And then Cooper is fouled by Whittaker, but Leeds can try and break here. It's Mateo Joseph out on the left-hand side. Plays it inside to Kamara. Kamara back to Cooper. And then Cooper all the way to Mellier. Roden with the ball out to Byram just inside the Leeds half. Back to Roden again. And then back to Byram. Byram with a little chipped ball through towards Mateo Joseph, but it wasn't quite right for him, and it went all the way through to the goalkeeper there. Let's have a look. Oh, no, I think he may have been onside there. It's just that Roden was stepping out. Byram does really well to just put that ball backwards for Gruev to clear there on that replay. Leeds have got a penalty. A throw-in just inside the technical areas, or just next to it. Firpo just takes his throw-in right past Farker. Or he nearly does. Now he gives it to Piroux. Now back to Firpo. Firpo back to Joel Piroux. Piroux to Anthony. Anthony tries to keep the ball well, but he is fouled there, surely. But no, Whittaker plays the ball forward and cut out well by Joe Roden. Here's Firpo. Kamara. Back to Firpo again. Firpo inside to Kamara. Kamara pokes it back to Cooper, and Cooper has to do a bit of readjusting there, but does manage to get the ball to Mellier. Yeah, they do seem to be packing the midfield and trying to employ a bit of a mid-block here, but Leeds have just managed to break that, and here's Piroux playing the ball out to Byram on the right-hand side. Byram's got Anthony inside and uses him. Back to Byram again. Now out wide to Nonto. There's a lot of players up against Nonto, but he's still going to try and get the ball in the box, and he does, and it nearly drops onto Mateo Joseph's foot. Right by the goalkeeper there, and that would have been a goal if we could have just got it in there. Here come Plymouth forward with it. But the little poked ball is cut out there by Gruev. Now Roden. Across to Byram, and then Byram can go all the way back to Mellier now. Here's Cooper. Back to Meslier. Little chip from Meslier goes over Byram's head and out for a throw-in. It was a great delivery by Nunto. It's just that Mateo Joseph, he managed to get away from, peel away from his man as well. Mateo Joseph, he just needed to find that back post. Yeah. Little chipped ball from the goalkeeper for Plymouth goes all the way out for a Leeds throw-in by our own box. I don't know who that was aimed for, but it was awful. Good little header there by Anthony to defend that, but it has gone out for a Plymouth throw-in. Phillips then getting ready to take this throw-in. Goes backwards. Leeds can gain a few yards here. Mateo Joseph chasing a little bit, and now Nonto joins him to press. Here's Sorinola. Ball into midfield for Wright. Good tackle by Roden, but the ball goes straight back to Plymouth again, and here's Wright and Sorinola playing the ball around each other. Long ball forward out to the right-hand side for Plymouth here. And here comes the right back. Plays the ball into the box, but it's cut out instantly by Firpo with a good block. Nice little flick there from Whittaker, and the ball can come into the box, and Cooper blocks it, but it's going to drop here for a Plymouth player, and Joe Roden does so well to get in the way of that there. I'm not sure whether they skied it or Joe Roden got a block on it, but it was a really, really good... I think he just chips it over the bar, you know. I don't think it hits any of the Leeds players. Yeah, Roden's class, isn't he? Cooper just plays it backwards there. Oh no, Roden does make a block. Great block from Roden then. Referee just having a word with the players around Meslier at the moment, by the way. Randall getting ready to take this corner kick then. Referee's having to stop the play again for these players pushing and shoving each other in the box. Meslier just giving Joseph some words of advice on that corner. Yeah, Roden's been class. Everyone agrees, I think. Don't think there's anybody who doesn't think Roden's been brilliant. Corner taken short. Mumba just drags it wide. After all that pushing and shoving, they didn't even put it in the box. Drags it wide, hits the side netting. Not a great shot. Here's Meslier playing it out the back to Roden. Now Byram. Byram just wins Leeds a throw-in, but Byram's having a right shout there at some of the Leeds players because played ourselves into danger there. I don't think there was any need to put ourselves under that much pressure. I think Byram's having a little bit of a go at Roden there. You forget that Byram is a very senior player now for Leeds, especially with this young squad that we've got. It's going to be a Leeds goal kick there for Meslier to just take his time over. Hope we don't get a Ben White situation with him. Oh, no, I know. Luckily, he's because Ben White was kind of a bit of an unknown, wasn't he? And he wasn't a very established, and that kind of we kind of made his career set off on that trajectory that ended with him being at Arsenal and England. And so, yeah, you've got a really young player who you think, oh my God, he's suddenly amazing. Whereas Roden has been about and he's been on loan, he's been here, he's been there, he's played championship football, and it's less of an unknown with him. And I feel like his price can't be hiked too much, given who he is. Melier just slices that one into touch, and it's going to be a throw in here for Plymouth. Melier's having to sprint back into his goal. Good little foot there from Purpo, though, to slow them down. Here's Phillips with the throw in, and they go backwards, so that means Mateo Joseph can chase down as the ball's launched forwards again by Plymouth there, and Melier can come and catch that one. I mean, if he must have been the calmest man in the stadium there, Melier, because everybody else panicked a bit. Here's Rodon, back to Melier. Melier sends that one long over the halfway line towards Mateo Joseph, but it's just headed away. Don't think we're going to get anything over the top tonight, to be honest, past their centre-backs. They've got 3 of them, and they're all quite big lads, so I think it's not going to be the best the way to attack them. Here's a good ball out to the left-hand side for Jaden Anthony by Gruev. Here is Anthony. Plays the ball inside, back to Gruev again. Gruev's going to spread another ball out to the right-hand side, just spraying balls around. Ball into the box for Nonto here from Byram, and Nonto shoots, drags it anyway, but it was offside, according to the linesman. But good little bit of play there. Gruev orchestrating things a lot in that midfield with 2 lovely raking passes out to the wings. Yeah, Nonto is offside there, but Byram just first time pokes the ball through to Nonto, and it was a good idea and a good little bit of play from Leeds, but of course Nonto was offside there. And it's going to be a free kick to Plymouth. Hazard, the Plymouth goalkeeper, just getting ready to take his goal kick here. 10 minutes left of this first half then, and I think Plymouth have certainly grown back into the game. Leeds having a lot of the early chances and possession, and Plymouth seem to be growing back into it a little bit now without really creating anything too clear-cut. They are growing into the game, and we, of course, have hit the woodwork twice, so it'll be nice to see us put the ball in the back of the net to get something for all our hard attacking work early on. I don't want to see the replay of that. I want to see the actual football that's happening right now. Here's Hazard, the goalkeeper, sends it up to the halfway line. Wright just lets it through his legs, and now Rodon can pass that back to Byron, but he passes it straight to Sorinola, and then Byron fouls Sorinola. That's going to be a free kick to Plymouth about halfway inside the Leeds United half. Yeah, Byron just trips him up. It's cynical, really. He knew that he'd gone past him. Just had to put a leg out. Randall and Whittaker then stood over this this free kick out on the left-hand side, halfway inside the Leeds half. And they'll be looking to try and get this ball in the box from here. Randall tries to put it in the box. It only goes to the edge, and now Leeds might be able to break. Here's Kamara. Pokes the ball to Piru. Piru's good touch takes him forward. Now he's got Nonto out wide. Pokes the ball to Nonto. It's gone behind him a little bit, and he's going to have to slow down to get that. But now he's out on the right-hand side, looking for a way to get the ball into the box. Goes past a couple of players, Nonto, and then tries to get the ball into the box, and he wins Leeds a corner there from that attack. Joel Piru's ball just needed to be a little bit better there for Nonto, and Leeds would have had a much better chance of getting the ball in the box, but Nonto still did well to take on 2 Plymouth players at once. Twisted them up, and then very good bit of defending there from Randall, I think it was, to block that, and it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. Gruev stands over this one then. Gruev with a short run up towards the front post, and it's headed away at the front post. All Peru's passes on the break have been behind tonight. Yeah, I think he actually took a bad touch when he went through then, but it ended up being really helpful for him, and he just needed to put it in front of Nonto rather than behind him, and it just slowed the whole thing down just enough for Plymouth to get back. Nice little pass here from Peru though. Now Gruev, nice little touch inside to Kamara. Back to Rodon. It's going to go back to Cooper now. Cooper to Rodon. Rodon just slices that pass straight into touch, and it's going to be a throw in here for Sorinola in the Plymouth left back position. I tell Rodon's annoyed with himself after that. Wait, that's not Sorinola. Sorinola's gone higher and wider, I think. Here's Gruev. Ball given straight back to Leeds here. Gruev can play the ball to Jaden Anthony. Jaden Anthony inside the box now, looking to have a shot. It's deflected straight to Joel Piru, though. Joel Piru trying to fashion an opportunity, but Wright comes back and takes the ball off him, and they can come forward here, Plymouth. Ball into Hardy here, but Roden is up against him. Hardy tries to play the ball forward, and Firpo heads it nicely back to Jaden Anthony, and now Leeds can counter-attack again. Here's Anthony. A lot of Plymouth players between him and the goal, though, and decides to go backwards. Kamara then, back to Cooper, and then across to Joe Roden. Roden down the line to Byram. Byram in the opposition half now, looking for an option. Gives the ball back to Joe Roden. Now Byram. To Roden. Kamara. Ball back out with Byram here on the right back position. Plays it forward to Mateo Joseph, who plays a nice little first time ball out to Nonto, who comes inside now. Drops it off to Kamara. Kamara with a nice little touch and then plays the ball out wide to Sam Byram. Sam Byram's got Gruev with him and uses him. Gruev back to Kamara. Kamara tries to play a little pass through, split the lines to go to Byram, but it's gone straight to Sorinola, and now Wright can play the ball forward to Whittaker. Whittaker back to Wright. Just coming over the halfway line now, but goes backwards instead. Here's Sorinola. All the way back to Hazard in the Plymouth goal, and Leeds can reset themselves, really, and stop Plymouth being able to play through them. Little chipped ball straight back out to Sorinola by the goalkeeper here, and Nonto comes and makes a tackle on him. Back to Roden. Now Gruev. Gruev, a nice little pass into Piru, drops it off first time for Kamara, and now Firpo. Jaden Anthony spins his man and comes inside. Plays the ball out to Byram in the right back role. Coming forward into the final third now is Nonto. Nonto looking for an overlap. Gives the ball back and gets a 1-2 with Jaden Anthony here, and then Sorinola comes sliding in, and Leeds have a throw in right by the Plymouth corner flag. Better from Leeds. Good football there, trying to stay on positive and stay going forward rather than going backwards. And it resulted in Leeds gaining a lot of yards there and getting high up the pitch. So Leeds have a throw in now by the Plymouth corner flag out on the right hand side. Here's Byram. Byram to Piru, and then back to Byram again. Now Byram inside to Mateo Joseph, who tries to hold it up but ends up poking it out to Gruev. Now Roden. Back to Cooper on the halfway line. Now Roden again. Here's Nonto. Back to Roden again. Get sick of him. Okay, my voice just died. I get sick of saying his name sometimes when the ball goes through him that much. Here's Melier. Back to Roden. Nonto drops back off to Roden, then back to Byram, and then Byram's pass is a little bit difficult for Roden to deal with, and Roden's lost out here to Hardy. And then Whittaker just pokes that one straight up in the air, and Piru tries to bring it down and can't quite. And eventually it ends up with the ball at Gruev's feet, who gets tackled, and it goes all the way back to the Plymouth defenders here. A little bit of a strange interchange there between all players involved. Sorinola tries to switch it out wide to a Mumba, but it's headed away by Firpo. Now Jaden Anthony. Jaden Anthony comes over the halfway line into the centre circle, gives it to Joel Piru. Piru drops it off to Gruev. Gruev goes back to Roden here. Like to see that when Gruev picks up the ball, he does look to go forward every time. He has a look and sees if there's anything on. Here's Gruev again. To Kamara. Kamara can find Firpo if he wants, and he does. Firpo's got Anthony inside and uses him, and then Anthony surely was fouled there from behind, but apparently not. But Leeds win the ball back instantly. And here is Anthony. Back with Kamara. Now Gruev. Back to Joe Roden. Roden coming forward looking for options. Plays a nice ball forward, and it just goes all the way through to Hazard here. Hazard, because he's not Belgian. Here's Phillips. Phillips sends a long ball forward over the halfway line here, and it goes all the way through to Joe Roden, who can tap that one back to Melier, and Leeds can reset here and try and come forward again for maybe one last attack before the half-time whistle. Here's Melier. Melier comes forward and then gives the ball to Joe Roden. Back to Melier again. Sam Byram just, as you just watch him, just watch Sam Byram for a minute. He tells everyone where to go, where to drop to, where to move to, and it's really helpful to have that. Even though Joe Rodon is an experienced player, he still might need a bit of guidance sometimes. And unfortunately for Nonto there, when he tried to just block that from the defender, it's gone out for a Plymouth throw-in rather than him winning the ball back. Yeah, John Carter, I'd say no added minutes. No, there isn't any added minutes, which is a little bit strange, isn't it? There hasn't really been any stoppages, has there, to be honest? Oh, yeah, Andy Hinchcliffe was terribly against Leeds. I don't know how he didn't think that was a penalty. Mateo Joseph wins the ball back there, and here's Gruev. Now Kamara turns nicely. Kamara plays the ball out to Jaden Anthony. Jaden Anthony inside the box. Goes this way and that. Still has the ball here, Anthony. Now Kamara. Kamara chips the ball into the box. Here's Nonto. Drops it off to Sam Byram. Sam Byram on the edge. Now back to Nonto. Nonto tries to get the ball across, and it's going to be a Leeds corner kick here, surely. I don't understand how that wasn't a Leeds corner kick, but here we are at the half-time whistle. I will be back just in a second. Get your thoughts in the chat below about what's happened in that first half, and I will respond to them as soon as I get back. And we are back. Is that what it's come to? We're having imaginary alcohol now at half-time in an FA Cup replay. I think that's a little Plymouth fan there with a half and half scarf trying to hit the griddy live on BBC. If I was his parent, I would be very, very disappointed. Very disappointed. They're doing some sort of mascot shooting thing at halftime here, or what? Looks like it. Yeah, hit the bar twice, and I think really it's literally the same story as what happened last time, isn't it? With us hitting the woodwork twice and eventually scoring. Hopefully we can get one. Don't believe in half and half unless it's a pizza. That's a good saying to live by, that, Render. Good saying to live by. Jermaine Beckford just saying Leeds have had a few chances and executed some stuff well, but not quite got over the line in terms of, well, literally getting the ball over the line. And I've just crushed my thumb against my desk, so I'm going to pretend that didn't hurt. Tell you what. Oh, let's relax a bit there. Put the camera down a bit lower. Lean back in the chair. It's an FA Cup replay. If we go through, we play Chelsea or Aston Villa. those are the options. If we go through, we play Chelsea or Aston Villa. By Leverkusen losing, are they, for the first time? Well, not losing for the first time, but they haven't lost, have they? Bundesliga. Let's have a look. That'll be in the cup then. That Leverkusen. Oh, is it in? Oh, is it in? What is that? Where are they losing? Oh, it's the DFB Pokal, the German FA Cup, if you will. So it's not the league. Yeah, German Cup. Who do we want? I think we have more of a chance of going through against a small team like Chelsea. So the bigger fixture is probably Aston Villa, but we don't really need the money, do we? So we can just, play the bigger fixture, which is against Aston Villa, who are a bigger club, and easy game would be against Chelsea, I think. I am relaxed, Penny, to be honest, because I'm taking. Do you know what I'm doing? I'm taking an opportunity where there's a game that Leeds are playing that doesn't really have anything on it. Like, we should take advantage of the fact that there's nothing really on this game. If we go out, not the end of the world. We're trying to concentrate on the league anyway. We're trying to get promoted. If we stay in and we score goals, great. I'll be happy. I'll be excited. But do you know what I mean? Like, there's no pressure on this, so it's nice to just like chill out and watch your team without really having any pressure. Martin Cook saying, how are we going to turn it around? Doesn't even seem as though we're being adventurous. Yeah, we've hit the bar. Well, we've hit the woodwork twice, and Nonto's played some really dangerous balls in the box. So I think at half time, the words that Farke will be saying is, Nonto, your passes into the box just a little bit further back, a little bit further away from the goalkeeper. And the other thing he'll be saying is for Mateo Joseph to just sort out his positioning, make sure he's in the right place at the right time to finish those chances. Villa, please, no shames losing to them at the moment. Yeah, I mean, even though I was obviously like taking the mick a bit, saying that Chelsea are a small club and it'll be the easier fixture, it genuinely probably is the easier fixture at the moment, because you just never know what Chelsea's going to turn up. Corridor of uncertainty, we love that, don't we? Corridor of uncertainty, the avenue of agony, there's some more of them. There's more, but tell you what, CB, you must be the only nice Honda Civic driver, because genuinely, my experience with Honda Civic drivers on the road, I've never seen one that wasn't driving like a knob. Genuinely, so you buck that trend. Tried to get you a Guinness, but the nearest they had was a guitar or guide dog. Doorway to departure, and that is how Rob makes his entrance. Welcome, Rob. Martin Cook, ever the poet, the lane of lamentation. I'm not going to read that one out, Chewy Backer, just in case YouTube goes, no, you're done. You're done. Hey, 53 viewers, 53 likes. You can tell by how many people I get in my live stream how much interest there is on a particular game. Obviously, it peaks when it's not on TV anywhere and people can't get it. So they have to kind of get it where they can. But like an FA Cup third round replay, it was never going to be that many people in the chat. And it was always going to be the regulars who are in here. Should be more views. Can't wait to play Villa or Chelsea. The cul-de-sac of no turning back. Should be kicking off in a second. Thanks, Chewy Backer. Appreciate it. Southampton, Watford. I don't remember seeing the result of this, so I'll just watch the highlights here. Give us something to do on half time, won't it? Oh, bloody hell. That was a bad deflection. What a save that was. Daniel Bachmann. I'd like to see Leeds kick off again, wouldn't you? Just watching highlights of other random championship teams having their games. Luke from Leeds Untied from the Ought to Know Better podcast says lackluster first 45, win behind us second half. Not a great watch, but I expect us to step it up after the break. Does anybody else notice that? Does anybody follow Joe Roden's brother on Twitter? Because he's just had a hair transplant, I think, with somebody else. But why does he just look exactly like Patrick? It looks like an edit of Patrick Bamford. Doesn't he look just like Patrick Bamford? But that's Sam Roden, Joe Roden's brother. Obviously the one with the tattoos. Plymouth Edit saying great game from both teams so far. Good luck, Leeds. Yeah, see, this is what we like, right? I said this last week, so obviously you wouldn't have been here, Plymouth Edits, but there was a guy, there was two people coming in the chat giving people really, well, giving us horrendous abuse about obviously horrendous things that happened in the early 2000s in Turkey, and we just had to kick him out. But we always said, if there are people like you who've come in and just said something nice, we're happy to have you. We'll actually embrace you, take you in, have you as part of the chat, and yeah, ask any questions you want, and everybody will be nice to you. But some people come in and give us dogs abuse, and it's like, you know what I mean. See ya, AO. Thanks for joining. Rob Bailey saying, I'm still scarred by memories of last year when Rodrigo got injured in the last minutes of a pointless substitution and we couldn't score goals and got relegated. Oh, God, yeah, that is quite traumatic memory, isn't it? Let's hope that nobody does that today. And it's kind of put in my head that if Jorginho comes on, that's going to happen, but I hope not. I really hope not. $210K. Bloody hell. Exactly, Render. You respect any opposition's fans until they start with the abuse. I mean, maybe unless it's a scum fan, but anybody, genuinely any other club, I wouldn't mind them being in the chat. Usually the scum fans are despicable people anyway, so they say horrible things like that. Well, Max, you'll never need a hair transplant with your curly hair. I wouldn't be so sure. There's, I'm sure my dad won't thank me for this, and he probably might be watching this at the moment. But there is a pattern of male pattern baldness in my family on that side. So sorry, Dad, but there does seem to be a little bit of that. So Don't know. I'm growing it as long as I can whilst I still can. Loved a nice early quick goal from here from Joseph. Well, that's what we thought we were going to get in the first half when he hit the upright, wasn't it? And I think he did really well to fashion that chance. But since then, he's kind of been there and thereabouts with being strong and stuff. But I think he needs to fashion an opportunity like that again for himself and put one in the back of the net. But yeah, they've had a few chances, but nothing like amazing other than that one that Meslier saved down low to his right. So hopefully Leeds can get an early goal here. Oh, I didn't realise it was Matthew Upson on the commentary with Jonathan Pearce. Looks like players are back out on the pitch now. No changes for either side apparently. But I'll just get ready to put the timer back on the screen whenever they're ready to kick off this game again. Oh no. Yeah, I was going to say, Jonathan Pearce is saying that Leeds come out with fresh shirts at half-time, and then I looked, and Mateo Joseph had a big stain down his shirt, so he said not all of them. Reg Buchanan LS11, so I was reluctant to part with it. There's nothing wrong with my neck, Diggler. It's just that I'm a serial cracker, so I always just crack my neck. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. Like, it doesn't hurt or anything, but I just, yeah, I like cracking it. I'm guessing you're fully recovered now, Render, are you? How are you? Didn't know about that. Just about to kick off here, by the way. I won't stop it, Rob. I will never stop it. We are underway here. Long ball here forward from Plymouth and headed straight away by Roden because it was pretty aimless there from the Plymouth player starting off this half. Here's Hardy. Now Wright tries to get the ball in the box. It's headed by Cooper, but only goes straight up in the air for a volley, and then it's volleyed well wide along the ground there by Randall, and it's going to be a Leeds goal kick. Here's Meslier. Meslier plays the ball out to Byram there, and Leeds try and play the ball forward to Nonto. Now to Piru, who plays the ball back to Byram again. Byram across to Cooper. Cooper into Firpo, and then a little ball into Gruev, and then to Anthony. Back to Gruev again. Opens up a little bit of space, and then tries to play a ball forward to Piru. Can't quite trap the ball and drop it back to Mateo Joseph, and then Anthony comes in with a block, and it's going to be a Plymouth throw in. Phillips is just Nonto seems to have hurt his foot there, maybe. Firpo's just got headbutted in the face there by Hardy. Got paralysed right foot, called drop foot, and ileostomy. But other than that, being a mobility scooter, and I'm good, mate. Could have died, so anything's better than that. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, that wasn't a headbutt. That was an elbow there. I would, Karen, but I I can't be asked. I was thinking about whether I should say that or not, but I would. But I usually do it in the Championship games, but in the FA Cup games, I just can't be bothered really. It'll be a chill one tonight. A nice chillax. Oh, I nearly said chillaxed. Cooper plays the ball forward to Mateo Joseph here, who holds it up well and pokes it back to Kamara. Really good there. Hi, Justin. Welcome to the chat, mate. Here's Anthony. Ball out wide to Firpo. Firpo down the line to Anthony, and Anthony puts it back across the box. Here's Mateo Joseph, who spins on it, and it's blocked there. And Firpo with his right foot blocked again, all the way up to the halfway line where Roden can pick it up. Here's Jaden Anthony. Anthony looking to take on Mumba. He's fashioned a bit of a chance to shoot there, but it's blocked again. And now here's Gruev. Leeds having a bit of a flurry of shots here at the moment. Bot saying, how have Leeds been playing so far? We started very well, created a few chances, hit the bar and the post early on. We've created a few things since, not really managed to get on the end of anything. Plymouth then came back into the game, and then in this second half so far, it's been pretty much all Leeds, and we've created a few chances. So I'd say we haven't been playing fantastically well, but we've been playing well enough, pretty good. We just need a bit more penetrative power, I think. He's Rodon, back to Melier. Melier just looking to find a pass here and just drops it off to Rodon. Here's Byram. Down the line here to Nonto, and then back to Byram again. And Byram can stride across the halfway line here. Nice ball into Joel Peru here, who comes inside a little bit. Joel Peru to shoot! Good save there. And it's going to be Nonto to leave that for a Leeds goal kick. Boom, just testing, lol. Oh, for God's sake. Joel Peru. It's a decent... it wasn't a decent shot. It was a good save there, really. But, I mean, yeah, we'll do it without the actual... We can do some predictions without the actual poll or anything, because I have to type it all out when I'm trying to watch the game. So, I think it'll be earlier today because it's the FA Cup. So I'm going the 65th minute. Here's Nonto. Tries to get the ball across the box, claiming for a handball there, but nothing given. Here's Gruev. Back to Nonto. Poked back to Kamara here, and then back to Rodon. Here's Nonto. There's a lot of Plymouth players around, so Leeds could do with switching the ball, really. That's just what Nonto does. Back to Jaden Anthony on the halfway line, though. Comes forward with it again. Here's Kamara. Yeah, it was pretty central, wasn't it, Justin? He kind of just... He didn't really get any power behind it. Here's Byram. Tries to play the ball inside to Kamara, and it's given away here. And now Whittaker plays the ball out wide to Wright. Wright's touch is heavy, but he still manages to retain possession and play a long ball forward. It just goes straight to Joe Rodon. Karen said 70% possession. We need to do something with it. Absolutely, yeah. If you have this much possession, you need to have some sort of finishing power, and we almost had it so far, but not quite. Here's Joel Peru. Drops it off to Kamara. Kamara to Firpo now. Firpo driving into the heart of the Plymouth half. Plays it out wide to Anthony. Here's Jaden Anthony. Tries to cut back inside and gives the ball to Firpo. Back to Anthony again. Anthony cuts back, goes one way and the other, and then plays it across the box. It's cleared by Plymouth here, and it's going to go out for a Leeds throw-in. Lockbones Music saying, do you think we'd have a good shot against Chelsea? I think, I was saying before, I think we've had more of a chance against Chelsea because you never know which Chelsea's going to turn up on the day. So I think we'd have a fair chance. Crystal Option is saying pens maybe. I don't know. I think Leeds are going to nick one. I've got faith Leeds are going to nick one. Goes to show what a proper number 9 like Bamford does for the squad. I think it's a good opportunity for Joseph though to try and show that he can try and do some of those things. He's currently waiting for the ball as Jaden Anthony plays the ball into Firpo inside the box. Firpo tries to play it back across, and it's going to be a Leeds corner. Good little play there from Jaden Anthony playing the ball into Firpo inside the box. He tried to play it across, and it just hit Phillips and went out for a Leeds corner kick. So hopefully this can be an accurate corner this time. Looks like it's Glenn Kamara to take. Kamara's delivery towards the back post. Goes over everyone. Oh my... Honestly, how hard is it to take a corner kick? Because... Oh, it's Anthony who took the corner kick. It either goes to the front post and hits the first man, or it goes over everybody at the back post. And it's like... Here's Ashley Phillips. Chips that one forward. Whittaker just ducks out of the header, and Liam Cooper can go and pick that up for a throw-in and throws it back to Joe Rodon. A lot of wind out there tonight, though. Yeah, it's windy and rainy, isn't it? Either way, it'll be a good insight how we will look into the Premier League next season. Yeah, if we make it to get promoted. Ball drops to the edge of the box. Here's Joel Peru. Opens up a chance for him to shoot, and it blocked again by Plymouth. Back to the edge of the box. Not cleared very far. Here's Firpo. Back to Kamara. Nice little touch from Kamara. Looks for an option. Kamara out wide to Anthony. Anthony maybe with a chance to cross the ball in here. Here's Firpo. Ball back to Anthony again. And then Mumba gets a foot on it. It's going to be a Leeds throw in. Yeah, you just felt like Peru was just going to bury that then. You really did. Once he took it past the man, but then it was, yeah, it would have been a difficult task getting it past those two players then to get it in. Somerville will score when when he comes on. Do you think so? I think it's got a Bamford goal written all over it, this, you know. What about Warnock going to Aberdeen? He's 75 years old. Do you hear the stuff on the Square Ball about it? On the propaganda episode that they did where he's been asked interview questions and he's just making his answers up on the spot. His Gruev comes forward with it, driving into the heart of the defence. And then Mateo Joseph just drags it past the post from the edge of the box. Just past the post from the edge of the box, Mateo Joseph. Really good play from Gruev, and then Mateo Joseph fashions a chance to shoot and just drags it past the post. So close there. Did it take a deflection? Yeah, it's going to be a corner. Another Jaden Anthony corner here. This time it doesn't beat the first man. Honestly, right, this is your third chance. You've not beat the first man. You've gone all the way over everyone out for a goal kick. This time, put it right on the penalty spot. They must be. They must be CB. Anthony. Ball over everyone again and headed out by Firpo, but it's not Firpo's fault. It's another terrible cross by Anthony. Honestly, why can't we take corners? Farker's fuming about it, I can see. Good defending there by Cooper just to get in between Hardy and the ball and play it back to Melier. Here's Rodon in plenty of space. Plays it out to Byram and then gets it back for the 1-2. Now Gruev. Gruev can turn. Chips the ball forward to Wilfred Nonto. It's just going to drop over his shoulder and just go out. It was a good idea there from Gruev, but Nonto just couldn't quite get on it. Nonto wants it inside a little bit, though, complaining a little bit about that pass, but maybe if he was a bit quicker, he would have got it. I mean, I suppose that's on Gruev then, isn't it? Because Nonto isn't that quick. Here's Piru. Now Gruev. Firpo again. It must be Render. It must be seasons upon seasons of us really struggling to take corners, and I just don't get why it's so difficult. Here's Kamara. He's got Firpo outside him. Firpo with a chance to cross the ball into the box. He plays it in, but it's going to be another Leeds corner. Jonathan Pierce saying if they bring on a Bamford, you can see them going and winning this. But I don't understand why they're continuing to let Jaden Anthony take corners if it's not even in a position where anyone might be able to get to it. That's better. Right on the goalkeeper, and he's punched it away. That's a much better corner from Jaden Anthony. Stayed in, actually, that ball cleared there, and it's going to be Kamara on the halfway line. Here's Kamara. Now Gruev. Back to Anthony. Kamara to Firpo. Here's Kamara. He loses the ball there, but it's going to be straight back to... Nonto's going to have to come back here and do some defending. Does really well there, Nonto, and wins Leeds a free kick. Yeah, it's going to be a yellow card for the Plymouth player as well, so... Yeah, they both lose the ball. Wright and Sorinola are a bit of a mix-up, and then Nonto gets pulled back, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. It's Cooper. Now Firpo. Here's Jaden Anthony. Plays the ball back to Cooper again. Oh, it's still 0-0 considering we've had that many chances. Yeah, we really need to put one of these balls in the back of the net, don't we? That's going to go all the way through to the Plymouth goalkeeper, and he's going to be able to pick that up there. Goalkeeper taking his sweet old time there with that one. Long ball forward there from the Plymouth goalkeeper and headed away by, or chested away by Roden, actually. Now Piru drops it back off to Roden. He's got Kamara inside and uses him. Kamara back to Gruev. Gruev pokes it back to Wright and it's going to go out. Oh, no, it's not. Maybe it is. Nearly goes out for a Leeds throw-in. But the ball's gone straight to Mateo Joseph, who was offside from the deflection there. We're not good at taking corners, absolutely not. We've had about 7 of them, and only one of them's been a half-decent delivery. Yeah, good shout, CB. If you haven't already, hit that like button. The Plymouth bench are just looking like they're getting ready to bring on some substitutes at the moment. I'd like to see the game again, please, rather than just Isaka getting some instructions on the bench. Long free kick taken then by the Plymouth goalkeeper all the way up to Sam Byram, who can win that ball. Now Gruev to Nonto. Nonto tries to keep it. It's been taken away from him, but it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Here's Nonto to Byram, flicks it up for Piru. Piru tries to keep hold of it and give it to Nonto again. Leeds playing football in very tight areas here and somehow keeping the ball. Here's Joseph. And now it's going to be a throw in to Leeds again, just by the dugouts. Yeah, Neil saying Plymouth are here for the taking. I think at this point they've kind of faded away, haven't they? And we've really become dominant, but we need to just put the ball in the back of the net. Teo Joseph dispossessed there by Phillips, and then Phillips can't quite keep it in. What do you think of Anthony? I think he's been much improved in the last couple of weeks. I think before, I remember saying a lot like, what do I actually think that he does? He wasn't good at taking people on, he wasn't good at shooting, wasn't good at any of the things that a winger should be good at. But I do think that he's had a big improvement in the last couple of weeks, and I've been impressed with the way he's bounced back. Southampton 2-0 Watford. Thanks, Karen. Here's Nonto coming inside now, and he feels like he's been fouled by Sorinola, and it's been given as that. And it's going to be a free kick to Leeds just inside the Plymouth half, just next to the centre circle there. Yeah, just holds him back, Sorinola. Just holds him back just enough to foul him. Here's Kamara. Now Cooper. I was mixing Firpo and Cooper then. I nearly called him Fooper. Here's Melier now. Nice little pass out to the right-hand side for Sam Byram, who can come forward with it. Play it to Nonto now. Nonto's got 3 players on him every time he gets the ball. He's got 3 players around him. Goes past Sorinola, and he's... I thought he was blocked off a little bit by Sorinola there, but maybe that was soft, and it's going to be a throw into Plymouth here. I think Nonto might have accidentally hit him in the face then when they were doing that. Oh, God, that cringy guy in the yellow jacket tensing then. That was awful. Long ball forward there out to the right-hand side for Mumba. Is he going to get there? He does get there. Mumba plays it inside to Whittaker. Whittaker looking for a chance to shoot. Shoots straight at Cooper. And then Piru can drop that off for Firpo to poke forward to Kamara. And then Leeds can play their way out of danger. Here's Gruev. Back to Kamara again. Here's Gruev. Here's Kamara. Here's Sam Byron playing the ball down the line to Nonto, who comes back inside here. Byron back to Joe Roden, and then Joe Roden across to Liam Cooper. Here's Firpo now. Firpo plays it down the line to Anthony. Anthony's got Mumba in his back, but decides to go backwards to Firpo. And Leeds seem to have slowed down a little bit in the last sort of 5 or so minutes, and I would like to see them pick up the pace again here and try to create a few more chances. We seem to have our chances in fits and starts and in a bit of sort of like a flurry of shots on goal, and really what we need is a consistent chance creation throughout the game. Byram's fouled there, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. And a chance to get the ball in the box here. And like Render says, fresh legs needed. And I think it probably is time for some fresh legs. And I think probably bringing in somebody on like Bamford might be a bit helpful to try and occupy the Plymouth defenders, really. Because at the moment they do seem like they're dealing with us quite easily in those physical battles. And I think Bamford's a little bit more physical than Joseph and would help there. So Jaden Anthony stands over this free kick. Let's hope his delivery's better on this than his corners. Hopefully Jaden Anthony can put something in the box that's actually available for somebody to head, and it's headed away there only as far as Liam Cooper there, who gets there before Sorinola. Plays the ball back to Kamara here. Leeds can come forward again if they're hasty enough, but looks like we're going across to Gruev instead. Here's Kamara coming forward. Out to Jaden Anthony on the right-hand side now. Ball poked into the middle, and it's been taken away by Plymouth. Good tackle there by Byram on right, and then he plays the ball inside to Mateo Joseph. Then Kamara inside to Nonto. Nonto shoots! Goal! Nonto 2-2 now. Great goal. Lovely play from Leeds. Sam Byram nicked the ball, played it forwards. Ball came inside and Nonto blasted it in the bottom corner. And there it goes for 1-0 to Leeds. Brilliant finish from Wilfred Nonto. 1-0 to Leeds. 66th minute, and Leeds have finally broken the deadlock. And Wilfred Nonto goes and puts that one in the back of the net for 1-0. Nice little bit of interplay, wasn't it? And Kamara with that lovely ball into Nonto, and a really good finish for Nonto. Was that outside the box, that shot? So Byron picks it up, plays it inside to Joseph, who just drops it off for Kamara, who plays a blasted first-time pass into Nonto, who just takes a touch and shoots through the defender's legs right into the bottom corner. Really, really good finish from Nonto. Really good play from Leeds in general. Gets it out of his feet early, Nonto, and then blasts it right into the bottom corner. Great goal. Nonto absolutely buzzing to have scored again, which you love to see. I'm seeing replays of defenders shaking their heads and stuff. I kind of want to see the game that's already started again. Like, Melia has a goal kick. What's been happening? Yeah, time to make a substitution or two, I think, and potentially maybe get another goal and also give players a bit of a rest. He's Rodon with a good ball out wide to Firpo, who can drive over the halfway line with the ball now. Here is Firpo. Plenty of energy left as he drives forward. Gives the ball to Anthony out on the left. Anthony cuts inside. His Joel Piroux, who tries to have a shot, is deflected straight up in the air. And the ball's actually fallen for Leeds to have a corner kick here. Good play from Nonto. He seems to have hurt his foot a bit there, but he was shielding the ball out for a Leeds corner. Willie Nonto's song rings out around home park. Looks like it's going to be Ilya Gruev as it's a corner out from that right-hand side. Whips the ball into the box. Headed straight upwards by Wright. Oh, no, by Phillips, sorry. Then cleared away by Whitaker, but it's completely sliced. And here's Nonto. Being chased down by a lot of Plymouth players there, but now Kamara has it and plays it back out wide to Jaden Anthony. Anthony comes forward here, goes past his man, gets the ball towards the back post, but there's nobody there, and it's going to go all the way out for a corner, just by the corner flag. Same foot he clutched before. I don't think so. I think it was just a little bit of a coming together that time. I don't think it was a recurring injury, if you will. Ball played forward by Plymouth here and headed back by Gruev. Tell you what, do you know what? I've been really impressed with Gruev since he's come in as a full-time player, if you get what I mean. Like playing in the first team and getting regular action. He's been really, really good since he's come in. Nice little poked ball there from Mateo Joseph. It didn't quite come off to go to Kamara, but the idea is there. Yeah, there's not really much I can do about it on iPlayer, to be honest. It says it's live, so there's not much I can do. Here's Mumba. Plays the ball back to Phillips. Phillips to Hazard. Or Hazard. Rodon wins that one, but it's gone straight back to Wright here, and then Rodon's going to have to pull him down and win. Well, win himself, but get himself a yellow card. Yeah, he knows he's going to get himself a yellow card there, Joe Rodon. And he kind of has to take it in that situation. So obviously Joe Rodon now on a yellow card. Just make sure he doesn't get a red. Is he offside here, Hardy? Yes, he is, and Melier saved it anyway. He was in a lot of space behind our defence then. Sorry, my brain's gone to mush. Archie Gray and Joe Gelhart are getting ready to come on. Number 22 off for number 8. Wait, that's the wrong way around, linesman. That'll be Kamara. Yeah, Kamara's coming off and Archie Gray's coming on. Kamara, I think, has had a good game. I think he's been very athletic in there, making his bringing the ball forward. I think he's been decent, Kamara. So he comes off and Joffy comes on. And Nonto comes off as well. And Archie Gray comes on as well. Plymouth making a substitution as well here. Isaka's coming on for Wright. What do you win? You win my admiration, CB. You win my admiration. Oh, I want the stream to get to 1,000 views before. It's on 712 views at the moment. I want it to get to 1,000 views before we finish. It usually does. But this game's been a little bit low on numbers just because it's that it's an FA Cup replay. I said 2-0 as well, didn't I, Penny, at the start? So hopefully we're both right with that and somebody comes on and gets a goal. I'd like to, do you know what? It'd be nice to see Joffy get a goal. It would be nice to see Joffy get a goal in this game. Here's Joe Rodon. Ball into Mateo Joseph. Now Byram. Back to Byram for the 1-2 off Joffy. Joffy seems to be playing out on the right wing, you know. Does really well there, Joffy, to come inside and plays the ball into Joel Piroux. Joel Piroux on the edge of the box now. Has to drop the ball off to Junior Firpo. Firpo to Anthony. Anthony's inside the box now, looking for a chance to shoot. Has to find a pass here, and here's Archie Gray. Archie Gray shoots just past the post. Good bit of whip on it, Archie Gray there. Try something. I don't hate it. I think we need to shoot from distance more often. And Archie Gray just thought, it seems like there's a lot of bodies in the way here. Let's just try and bend it round them and have a shot. And it wasn't too far away. I'd like to see it again, though. Let's have a look. It's not a horrendous effort. You can see the intentions there to try and put it in that far top corner. Good foot there from Joe Roden. The ball comes on. Yeah, you can see that the rain's almost going sideways here at home park. Is Junior Firpo with the ball, and now Archie Gray. Back to Jonathan Pearce is just saying that that Eddie Gray's picture was up on his wall when he was a kid. And now here's Archie Gray, his grandson, playing in the FA Cup. Here is Gray. Does really well to get the ball to Firpo there. Firpo tries to go past a couple too many players and then loses the ball and forces Mumba to go backwards, though, so he can regain his position in that left-back role. I don't know much about Plymouth, but are they playing their starters for... Yeah, it's pretty much their first 11, I think. No, he slips there, Isaka, and it would have been a handball anyway. Commentator saying, is that a penalty? But no, there's no chance. Byram was next to it, and Byram has a lot of his shirt, but Isaka goes down pretty easily. My son has Archie Gray up on his wall. Love it. Yeah, the different generations. Yeah, I think Plymouth are pretty much playing their first 11. I mean, I know we had a Plymouth fan in here before. I don't know if he's still here, but if he is still here, I'd love to know if that... I'm pretty sure it's your first 11, but if it's not, let me know. Melia with a long ball forward here. Here's Joel Pirou. Back to Firpo. Here's Gruev. Firpo again. Now here's Jaden Anthony. Back to Firpo again. Anthony across to Byram, who plays it out wide to Gelhardt. Joffy cuts inside. Plays it to Pirou. Pirou plays it back again to... no, he's not 18 till next month, is he? No. Junior Firpo. Back to Anthony and then all the way back to Cooper again. I think he's going to have to use Melier here, and he does. Melier. Into Gruev. Gruev can turn and run here. Ball into Byram and then back to Gruev again. Here's Byram. Roden. Melier. Plays the ball out wide again to Sam Byram. Leeds are going to win the ball back here. It's a bad ball from Plymouth, and then Joel Perou's touch just lets him down just as he tried to play it to Jaden Anthony there. Here's Mumba. Mumba just loses out there, manages to get the ball to a player here, and then Joffy comes in with a good sliding challenge, and it's going to go back to the first free kick. Here's Whittaker on the right-hand side. I think this always happens, though, Render, doesn't it? You know when they always say, oh, this player's got a younger brother who's even better? It's always the case. Like, I know Brendan Aronson didn't turn out to be very good, but it was always like, oh, Paxton Aronson's even better, his younger brother. I feel like it's always a thing, but they never really, like, proved in the first team. So at the moment, of course, Archie Gray is the better of the player. Because he's playing first team football in the Championship. But I can see, like, people's maybe there's a higher potential for Harry. Don't know, but it's hard to tell, isn't it, until they've actually played first team football. Plymouth are making another substitution here. Roberts is coming on for Sorinola. Looks like he's crying, Sorinola. Looks like he's been crying for about half an hour, to be honest. It's a free kick about to come in the box. Then Whittaker stood over it with, I think that's Randall. Whittaker takes it left-footed towards the back post. Oh, it's hit across the box and then off the chest and into the goal. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. You just as you thought that it was, it was done and dusted. Really, it's very lucky. I mean, it's just hit him in the chest and gone in, but a goal's a goal, and Plymouth are back in this. I mean, this is literally exactly what happened in the first game. This is literally what happened in the first game. It was a good free kick. And then it comes across the back post. Phillips plays it across and it just hits his defensive partner in the chest and just goes in. No, nobody's offside there. Bloody hell. Like, you can see by his face that he doesn't know. Is there no offside? Yeah, there is. But there is offside. But if you imagine that the player, as long as the pass is backwards from Phillips, who played it across to Galloway, who scored, as long as that pass is backwards, that's not offside. That's the only reason. That's why that pass is not offside, and the original one wasn't offside. His Jaden Anthony gets wiped out there, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Another chance to get the ball in the box. I always think that Phillips, he looks like he's, when you see him from a distance, he looks like he's big, tall, strong Championship brute. But when you actually look close up, he's still got his braces. He's a kid. He's really young. He's got a baby face as well. Here's Joe Roden. Well, this time we can't be. It's not going to go to a third replay. We have to be separated at some point. Archie Gray with a nice little turn there. Here is Archie Gray still going with it. Nice. Inside to Jaden Anthony now. Anthony goes past his man. Looking for a way to get the ball in the box here. Here's Jaden Anthony. Not really much help from other players, but Firpo is there if he needs him, if he can get the ball to him. But he plays it back to Archie. Now to Gruev. Gruev and then Gray inside to Firpo. Now back to Jaden Anthony. Gray's made a run beyond him, but now it's Anthony back to Gruev. Ball out wide to Anthony again. Anthony tries to curl it into the back post, and it's come back out all the way for a throw-in right by Jaden Anthony there. Yeah, Bamford and Rutera are apparently warming up, getting ready to come on. Ooh, ow. Got a bruised elbow there, and I just leant on it. Patrick Bamford is coming on for Mateo Joseph, who I think has he's done himself proud. He's done as much as he could have done, I think, there, Joseph. I think he's had a decent game. I don't think he's been exceptional, but I think he's had a decent game considering that he's coming up from the youth team. Somerville's not on, no. Jorginho is coming on, and so is Bamford. Not sure who Jorginho's coming on for. Jaden Anthony's come off for Jorginho. Would it be interesting to see whether Jorginho plays out on the left, because you've got Piru on and Bamford on? Here's Byram. Byram's got mud all down one side of his kit. Good ball forward there from Byram towards Bamford. Bamford can hold it up in the box here. He's out by the corner flag, coming inside now, and wins leads a corner. That's what he brings. That's what he brings, Bamford. Just being able to win you corners and stuff like that, holding the ball up, getting into positions where he can just win you something high up and get you on the attack. 3 at the back with Firpo. I can't really tell at the moment. Is Gruev's ball into the box. It's dropped nearly for Jorginho, but here's Joe Roden. Here is Jorginho. Tries to take it past Phillips and does so. And he's going to let it go for a corner there, Jorginho. Don't know who's going to take it because nobody's really claiming the corner. The thing is, anyone can win on penalties. Like a non-league side could beat Man City on penalties on a day. Like it's so much more chance with it. If we just put the ball in the back of the net before the end of the game, then that's the ideal, isn't it? Ball into the box, headed away, but here's Jorginho, who can't quite bring it down. It's cleared away by Phillips there, and Archie Gray has to come up and win that header and does, and then Gelhardt sends it long up towards Bamford. Bamford can't quite get on that, but it is going to be a throw-in to Plymouth right by their own corner flag, so Leeds can hopefully pen them into this this corner of the pitch and win the ball back. Throw-in taken then. Joffy with a high foot. So 1-1 then going into the final 5 or 6 minutes here. Plot twist, FA allow Bamford to take every one of our pens. I think in a shootout he scores. It was Shackleton, wasn't it, that hit the post for the Salford game in the Carabao Cup that got us knocked out. Some players who I haven't seen take a penalty, though, like Gruev and things like that. I can't even remember with extra time. I think it goes to a penalty shootout straight away. Here's Roden. Has to poke the ball back to Meslier, who can clear that. There's a big, long string on the pitch. I'm not sure what that is. Good header there by Archie Gray, and then Jorginho can pick the ball up just on the halfway line. Comes over it now on the left-hand side. Cuts inside here, looking for a pass. Still going with it, Jorginho. Tries too much, but then Firpo can maybe win the ball back. No, he's forced him back, though. And they're going to have to go ball the way back, maybe to the keeper. But no, Firpo does well there and blocks that. And it's going to be another throw-in to Plymouth, right by their own corner flag this time. Out on their right-hand side by their right-back position. 102 people in the chat at the moment. If you could just hit that like button, that would massively help me out. Just as Leeds aim to score a last-ditch winner here with the final 5 minutes of this FA Cup replay to go. Here's Phillips to take the throw-in. Headed back by Gruev. Knocked forward by Plymouth and then forward by Byram again to the corner. It's going to go all the way out there, though, for a goal kick to Plymouth here. I actually can't remember. I'm pretty sure it goes straight to penalties, doesn't it? I don't think it goes to extra time. Someone let me know. Here's Bamford. Oh, Bamford loses the ball there. Long ball forward here from Asaka, but dealt with well by Cooper. And then Firpo slides in, but they've still got the ball here, Plymouth. That's not a foul there. He slipped, and now Gruev can come forward with it. Gruev plays the ball out to Jorginho on the left wing. Jorginho can drag the ball forward here. Extra time as well. Oh, God, I forgot about that. I didn't realise. Here's Jorginho. Tries to get the ball across the box. He only gets it as far as Phillips, and now Phillips can come away with it. Bamford leaves him to go back central, so Firpo can come across and deal with it. Firpo does well, though, and it's going to be... Don't know if... Has that stayed in? No, it's going to go out for a throw-in. Extra time then, Pens. If we can't get a winning goal in the last couple of minutes here at home park. Here's Phillips getting ready to take this throw-in. Some of the Plymouth players seem to be absolutely blowing, namely Randall. Here's Cooper. Now Roden. Across to Byram. Byram goes all the way back to Meslier, and Cooper and Roden split to give him an option here, and Roden's the one who receives it. Back to Gruev. Gruev all the way back to Meslier again. Here's Gruev. Comes forward with it now. Does well, Gruev. Drops it off to Archie Gray. Archie Gray can find Firpo and does. Firpo comes forward with it. Leeds have got a few players forward here, but things are going to slow down now because they are defensively organised here. Here's Jorginho with a nice little cut inside, then gives it back to Firpo. Firpo tries to cross it in, and Leeds are going to win another corner here. To be honest, I'm not bothered if we go out of the cup. Yes, it's nice to keep winning, have the momentum, but we could do without the distraction. Plus more games meaning players get injured or tired. Yeah, that's true. But I also think that psychologically, yeah, of course the league's more important, but I think psychologically to remain unbeaten this year in all competitions would be a really good thing for Leeds to have. Ball into the box here. It's gone straight up in the air, and it's just to have been a foul on the Plymouth Argyle midfielder, and it's going to be a free kick in a goal kick position, so essentially a goal kick. The rain is absolutely pouring at Home Park, and because of the wind and it being a bit of a bowl, it's all swirling round intertwining and looking like a bit of a vortex in the stadium at the moment. Can't be fun to play in. Long ball forward here from the Plymouth goalkeeper, headed away by Firpo. It's going to go out for a throw into Plymouth here, about halfway inside their own half. Phillips looks knackered as well. I'd like to think that maybe we're a bit fitter than them. So potentially we can, I don't know, have a little bit of an advantage in the extra time if it goes to that. Firpo wins the header. Now Archie Gray's back. Good defending by Rodon, and now Byram drops it off to Cooper, who can send that one long. Does well there, Cooper. That's going to stay in that, you know. And Jorginho's chasing down the Plymouth player, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in, I think. Excuse me. 4 minutes of stoppage time as well, guys. I will actually put that on the screen this time because I'll remember. Here's Joel Peru. Back to Firpo. Firpo inside. Firpo tries to play it to Bamford but can't. Firpo still somehow has the ball, but now Plymouth come away with it. Whittaker plays it out wide to Mumba. Good tackle there by Sam Byram, and it's going to be a throw-in just on the halfway line, right in front of the dugouts. There we go. Extra time added on now, so you'll be able to see whether we go over that or not and what happens in that, where we are with it. Gruev heads it. Now Joffrey heads it towards Bamford. Cleared away by Plymouth, and now Gruev turns on it, gives it to Byram. Leeds are making another change here. Somerville's getting ready to come on. Now Cooper. Out to Firpo. Firpo inside to Archie Gray. Worried about Byram's fitness with after 120 minutes in this game. Yeah. It doesn't sound like the ideal thing to be doing, does it, with somebody as fragile as Byram? Here's Cooper. Now Firpo. Well, I mean, Firpo was another one as well. Bamford with a nice little flick to Jorginho. Jorginho tries to play it back to Bamford, doesn't get enough on it. Cleared away, and now Leeds can get the ball back through Archie Gray. Archibald Gray. Here's Sam Byram out wide to Joffrey. Joffrey plays a little reverse pass to Archie Gray, who's going to have to come back because there's no real chance to cross the ball here. Here's Gruev. Now Rodon. Rodon's got a bit of space here to come into the Plymouth half. Now Gruev out to... Remember, guys, don't tell me things that have happened before they've happened. Long ball to Bamford in the box. Peru almost got on the end of that, and it's going to be offside, I think. So now is going to be the substitution, Somerville for Peru. That's where I am. So just yeah, don't say anything if anything goal-wise happens. Sam Byram's the one coming off. Byram for Somerville. Oh, at the same time, yeah. Yeah, Byram for Somerville. Good touch there by Cooper. Now Jorginho. Plays the ball to Somerville. Now Gruev. Gruev's shot is blocked there, and now Jorginho looks to fashion an opportunity to shoot. Here's Firpo. Somerville here. Now Firpo across the box. Shot hits the post and goes out again. Joffy nearly scored the winner there. Isaka comes forward with it. Gruev with a fantastic challenge. I love Gruev, honestly. He's amazing. Here's Somerville. Somerville comes forward, shoots. It's Leeds asking for a handball, then not sure what happened. Ball forward here towards Hardy, and Cooper can, Roden can deal with that easily to Meslier. Here is Cooper. Cooper to Roden. Now Gray. I think Gray's actually gone out to play right back now, hasn't he? Because Byram's come on. Here is Gray. Now Gruev. Now Gray. I mean, there's a couple of seconds to go. Just pump the ball forward just in case. Oh, Roden's giving the ball straight to Whittaker. Whittaker with the ball over the top towards Hardy. Cooper one-on-one with Hardy. Shoots, and Meslier makes a very good save there. Rodon, just, why did he do that? That's a sign of a good goalkeeper, having nothing to do pretty much all game and then making that good save there. Also, Neil, I'd literally just said, don't say things before they've happened, and you said post. And then we went and hit the post like 30 seconds later, so please don't do that. And I'm hoping that was just a coincidence and an accident, but... Ball into the box here from this corner, headed away by Roden. It's going to be another corner kick. Yeah, Gruev's been fantastic. I think he'll be my man of the match, to be honest. Another corner to come in. This time it doesn't beat the first man, but it's bouncing around in the box, and Somerville's able to clear it. And that is the end of full time. I am just going to have another short break, and I shall be back. I'll be back in like a minute or so. So get your chats in, get your comments in the chat about what's happening. And what you think we should do in the extra time. But for now, I'll be back in a second and chew back a nail on the head because I've drank most of this for a second time. So be right back. Hello, I am back. I see we lost a few people. Oh, I forgot to turn this off. I'm back. I see a few people left when I went for a pee. But I'm sorry, I'm a human being. I need to. So, of course, the players are all out on the pitch at the moment, having chats with the managers, because you don't really get too much of a break before going out for your second half. Well, second half of it, going out for your extra time. So Farkas having a word with them all. A couple of people saying we need to improve at corners. Yeah, absolutely. Not enough to have a beer this early, just woke up. Oh, yeah. I haven't got timers for extra time. So my timers will just go up to... I just have to turn them off when it's done, because it's not going to go up to 45 minutes, is it? It's going to go up to 15 minutes. It's a really good strike from Nonto for that goal. "20 years ago, 25. Need to work on the corners, free kicks, shooting from point blank range, not hitting the woodwork, finding the keeper who can stay in the game for 90 minutes without his mind wandering." I don't understand this hate for Meslier. What has Meslier done wrong in this game? I don't see a single thing Melié's done wrong. Melié's stayed switched on for all of this game, and has, when he needed to, come up with some really, really good stops. So I don't really get what... I get everything else I can take your points on, but I don't understand this hate for Meslier, because what's he done wrong this game? Meslier hasn't done a single thing wrong this game. No, you can't blame him from the goal. No chance. We are just about to kick off again for the third time this game. Ready? No, not you, Render. I was talking about Nick Jennings' comment. There we go. The third half is underway. Archie Gray does well there to recover that. But somehow Mumba still comes out with the ball. Mumba with the ball across the box, and Meslier can just catch that one with ease. If it hadn't been for Brian and a Rodon in the... Who's Brian? We'd be 2-0 down at half-time. Here's Cooper. I don't know. There's nothing to do with Meslier, but okay. Is Rodon out to Archie Gray. Back to Rodon again. Rodon to Cooper. Cooper back to Rodon again. Here's Gray. Oh, Gray's lost the ball there, but he's managed to get the ball back, and he's still going with it, and then gives the ball to Joffy. Now Rodon. Back to Meslier. Rodon. Nice ball out wide to Archie Gray. Pokes it down the line for Joffy. Joffy's got to find a pass here. Flicks it inside. Nice little flick back again. Now Joel Peru. Back to Joffy again. Joffy still tries to keep hold of the ball. Now Gruev can pick it up. Here's Somerville. Pokes it back to Gruev. Now Bamford. In a crossing position at the moment, but now Somerville on the corner of the box. Plays it across to Piru, who drops it back off of Bamford. And inside to Jorginho. Leeds keep possession here. Now Jorginho with it again. Ball across the box. Back post, and then Gelhardt tried to put it back across the box. And it's going to be a Leeds corner kick here. Good defending there from Mumba, but Joe Gelhardt nearly managed to get the ball back across the box there after that cross from Jorginho. Yeah, I can see what he was trying to do. He was trying to drop it off of Joel Peru. Because, yeah, that was headed straight for Peru for him to score there, but it's good defending from Mumba to track that run. Gruev with the corner. Comes in, headed straight up in the air. Goalkeeper doesn't come to claim it. Here's Cooper, tries to keep it in the box, and Jorginho. Good foot by Jorginho there, and then Archie Gray can come all the way across and pass that back to Meslier. We're actually not that short, though, because when you actually look at Cooper, Jorginho, Piru, Bamford, Rodon, Gray's not even short. We actually have quite a lot of tall players. Even Jorginho, I don't know if I mentioned it, but even Jorginho's pretty tall. Just none of them are particularly good about, what you calling it? Here's Somerville doing really well to get in the box here. Still Somerville. Poke to Jorginho. Shoots! Just over the bar. I think the goalkeeper saved it, you know. Some of the BBC cameras are actually like fogged up because it's that rainy, and yeah, it's a good save there from the goalkeeper. He just tips it over the bar. Gruev then, one arm up. Ball into the box towards the back post. It's gone all the way towards the corner flag where Jorginho can pick it up. Jorginho tackled by Galloway, and it's going to be a Leeds throw in. Here's Cooper. Across to Rodon now. Gray. Now Joe Rodon. Firpo tries to play a pass to Somerville, but it's cut out there. Firpo recovers, though, and it's going to be Leeds throw-in. Gruev. Now Cooper. Cross to Joe Rodon. Now Archie Gray. Yeah, it'd be great if Gray got the winner, wouldn't it? Especially if he blasted one from the edge of the box or something. Gruev. Ball over the top towards Bamford and Jorginho, but it's just cleared out for a throw-in there, and Leeds can take another throw-in. Just about halfway inside the Plymouth half here as Gibson cleared that one. How many corners, how many times is delivery crap? Every single corner has been a crap delivery pretty much. Here's Jorginho. Tries to shoot, deflected, and it's going to be another corner. Remember, guys, I have to keep reminding people, but if anything happens in this game, do not put it in the chat before I've reacted to it. Please. Corner comes in towards the penalty spot. Headed straight towards the goalkeeper, and he's able to catch that one there. That was a much better corner, but Joe Rodon just couldn't quite get the purchase on the header. He was having to come backwards and flick it back towards the goal rather than steaming into it to get the power behind it. And then on a wet day like this, it's going to be a struggle to get any power on that when you direct it goalwards. Ball tried to play down the line for Plymouth, but Leeds have cut it out here. And now Jorginho can stride towards the halfway line. Here he is in the opposition half. Plays the ball out wide to Somerville. Somerville out on the left wing now. Coming inside the box. Somerville shapes up to shoot. Bang! Top corner! 2-1. Had to be Somerville. Bang! Get in there. That's what we love. Crescencio Somerville cuts inside, bangs it in the top corner. Charlie Cresswell, big smile on his face on the bench. Hopefully, we don't have to go to extra time now. Hopefully, we score another one. Someone did predict 2-1, but just not in extra time. It's a good counter-attack there from Leeds. They were getting tired, they were getting sloppy, and they gave the ball away, and Leeds were able to come forward through Jorginho, who played it out wide to Somerville. Jorginho, of course, gets another assist, and Somerville does it all himself. Cuts inside and just bends it in the top corner. Excellent finish. Yeah, he sent hard. He sent Phillips for a hot dog. There was no way he was going to get to that, and then just bends it in the top corner. Lovely, lovely goal. I feel sorry for Plymouth a little bit because, like, we've got Somerville, Bamford, Jorginho all to bring off the bench. Here's Gruev. Yeah, golden goal. That used to be a thing at one time, didn't it? Here's Melier. Now Gruev. Back to Cooper. Out wide to Firpo. Firpo inside to Jorginho. Jorginho with the ball down the line to Bamford. Bamford can get there. He's in here, but he can't quite. And he's judged to have been offside anyway. 23 minutes left. Yeah. Got just about half of this first half of extra time left. We need to stop being so wasteful. Yeah, strong defending and probably another goal would help. Long ball forward here from Plymouth. Goes all the way out for a Leeds goal kick, and Melier can take his time over that one. I wonder if their goalkeeper's put some car wax on his head, because the rain droplets don't seem to be sticking. They just seem to be staying in droplets and rolling off. Props to Plymouth. Yeah, they've been decent, haven't they? Wax on, wax off. Love a little Karate Kid reference in here. Jorginho here. Ooh, taken a swipe at by one of their players. And now Gruev back to Jorginho again. Turns him nicely. Here's Jorginho. Tries to play it to Bamford. Bamford on the edge of the box. Shoots, and it's deflected for another corner kick to Leeds United. "15 corners." Yeah, and they've all been dreadful. Nah, that's a lie. 2 of them have been decent, but 13 have been dreadful. Gruev, ball into the box. Flicks to Firpo, goes for the spectacular. Jorginho would have scored there, but Firpo went for the spectacular, which I mean, imagine if Firpo had, like, if there wouldn't have been a player there and he'd have just done a scissor kick into the top corner. That would have been such a good goal. Why does he hold his head when he got hit in the back? It's still a foul if he goes down holding his back and he's got absolutely booted. So why is he go down holding his head? Corner's awful until Anthony was subbed. That is true. Anthony's corners were awful. Gruev's have been a bit better. He still had some bad ones, though. Needed a few to get his eye in. He's ball with the Plymouth goalkeeper now and plays it out to the centre-backs. He can drive forward with it now. Long ball down the line here. Gone past everyone here, and Hardy's out on the left-hand side with Rodon trying to defend up against him. Looking for a chance to shoot here. Plays the ball outside to Bali Mumba. Mumba trying to get the ball in the box. He's gone past Joffy. Plays it out to the edge, and then Whittaker's snapshot just goes way into the stand there. Gruev has been class tonight, Ben. You're right. He'd be my player of the match, I think. I think he was really, really good. I'm actually happy when they get a goal kick now, to be honest. Less chance of them breaking from one of our corners, yeah. Nothing gets me as much as how players now act as if they have a head injury. Are they trying to get other carded, or do you just ensure? Both, I think. I genuinely think it's both. I think it's a bit of both in their intention, but everybody does it. So it's... I mean, if there's a 20 million price tag on Whittaker, then what's the price tag on people like Somerville and Jorginho? Well, Jorginho already had that ridiculous price tag, but... Here's Gray. Yeah, that's true as well, Rob. That's a good point. Makes sure that they have to stop the game. Here's Melier. Plays a long ball forward towards Somerville. Somerville actually wins the header against Phillips, but gets completely wiped out by him. Now Gruev. Nice little pass to Firpo. Firpo pokes it down the line to Somerville. Leeds have got another little break on here. They've got a lot of players back, but we've got a lot of players coming forward again. Somerville down the line to Jorginho. Jorginho's offside there, and it's going to be a free kick for that offside. It's funny when you get Premier League commentators talking about the lack of VAR and stuff, because you can tell that they only commentate on Premier League games. Yeah, and I think it's fair as well, Justin, that it would have got worse after Jimenez's head injury. But it's just that it's bad that people are taking advantage of that. I mean, maybe not consciously thinking about what happened, but like subconsciously, there's an argument to be made. Ball back with Phillips now. Lee's just trying to harry them into making a mistake here. Does well here, though, the Plymouth player, and then plays it back to the centre-back, Gibson. Now to the left centre-back, and then Mumba on the left-back position. Down the line here to Joel Peru does really well there. And he still does really well. And then Joffy, and that's right through the back of him, but here's Gruev playing the ball forward to Jorginho. Jorginho, some reason, lets it run as if he wasn't expecting it to roll past him. Now Somerville. Leeds will have to slow things down a little bit now. Here's Firpo. Now Jorginho. Somerville. Now Gruev. Gruev chips it across the pitch towards Archie Gray in the right back position. He takes it down nicely. Here's Joffy, about 45 yards out here, looking for a pass to Bamford. Bamford plays it back to Gruev. Now Somerville down the line to Firpo. Firpo's going to try and hang it up here. Nearly goes to Bamford, but drops to the to Joe Rodon here. Now Joe Rodon from the edge of the box. Is he going to shoot? No, he's not. And Joel Peru that's an awful shot. Just puts it into the stand there. I think there's going to be a yellow card from the advantage there. It's not been Peru's night, to be honest. No, it hasn't. You're right. I think he's, without being terrible, he's not really been quite at the races, I wouldn't say. Randall just got a yellow card, by the way, for that tackle where he flew in on Joffy. Excuse me. 1 minute of added time, so I'll just leave it to play. Here's Archie Gray, does really well to just get the ball back to Meslier, and then Meslier plays that one out of touch. And then Mumba's going to come over and take that throw in. Here's Phillips now on the halfway line. Out wide and then back to him again. Taking up almost a right wing position here, the centre-back, and deflected away by Firpo, and it's going to be a Plymouth throw-in just in the same place as they were before. Long throw down the line towards Hardy here. Firpo wins it back, though. Now the ball to Bamford. Bamford might be in here. He's one-on-one with the defender. He's going to try and come forward with it. Tries to play the ball to Joel Peru, but it drops. It hits actually one of the opposition players' heels. That's the end of the first half of extra time. Leeds now in the lead. 2-1 up. Someone teach me to type, please. I'll be wattage-hing a few replays of that. Yeah, that was Somerville. That was a good goal there. Yeah, Jonathan Pearce is a good commentator, isn't he? He's usually just BBC, isn't he? BBC, obviously BBC, but he's usually just Match of the Day and stuff. But and probably the radio as well. But yeah, he's been fine. I've been happy with Jonathan Pearce. I've always liked Jonathan Pearce, to be honest. I think he recognises that it's unprofessional to be biased against any team in particular, and that's why the best commentators are on. Well, commentators who are better than Andy Hinchcliffe and Don Goodman. He was better on Old Robot Horse, yeah. 2 Plymouth subs are coming on. Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, before he said, had a picture of Eddie Gray on his bedroom wall. And now his grandson is playing in the FA Cup that he's commentating on. Must be a bit surreal. What do you mean, Chewy Backer? Like, was he really biased or something? Or like... Great goal, that second goal, wasn't it? Nonto and Somerville getting on the score sheet. I was good at English at Scholl, but you wouldn't know my typing. Isn't Scholl that brand for foot products? Really biased for London clubs. All right. You've made this clip someone's made of all Lorimer's goals. No, I haven't seen it, no. Oh, I forgot I need to get this ready. I'm just going to start it from 1 minute again, but you'll know that it's 115 or whatever it is. The second half is underway of extra time. Gruev back to Rodon. Both best buddies on the score sheet. Decent goals, yeah, but neither of them were on the pitches at the same time as each other when they scored those goals, which is weird. Thanks, Liam. Really appreciate that. I appreciate your appreciation. Good job it went to extra time because we've got loads more views now. No, honestly, I'd rather have all our players fit, to be quite honest. You should do videos on random players for the map. Well, I am probably going to restart that history series. That's a handball from Ryan Hardy. I'm probably going to restart that history series at some point because the transfer window's now over, so it's not all transfer videos. But Plymouth do come forward here. Shot from distance, over the bar, watched easily by Melier, and that's going to be a goal kick there. 18-year-old, I think, Caleb Roberts, and he had a good go at that then, but it just flew over the bar. 93 likes, actually, so if 7 people like the video, we get up to 100 likes, that'd be fantastic. How much time left? About 14 minutes. Thanks, Karen. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that super chat. Thanks for joining me as well. We've got 113 people in the chat now. We just need 5 likes. Currently, it's a throw-in to Plymouth. They take that inside, but Joel Peru picks up the ball. Now, Joffy, a little bit of interchange with Patrick Bamford, and it's going to be an advantage there. Pulled back in the end after Bamford kind of wiped out one of their midfielders. Jimmy Hidalgo Lopez, the draw in 90 minutes was fixed. The bookies knew it beforehand. How did they know? They don't have to have a crystal ball. Take your tinfoil hat off. That's ridiculous. What's people goal? No, it wasn't to do with... It's lazy defending at the back post between whoever... I think it was Firpo and Byram, maybe. Firpo and Cooper, something like that. They just didn't track the runners, and that's why it's a goal. Still have the ball here, Plymouth, after a foul there. Now Mumba lets it run out wide to Whittaker. Looks to cut inside, then plays it down the line to Mumba, and then Somerville does really well to shield that out. Would I consider that? I mean, I would, but I don't think there's enough interest in... This is to Chewy Backer's comment. I don't think there's enough interest in people watching it, to be honest. CB getting self-conscious about his spelling now. He's just deleted a message that said yoy instead of you. Don't worry about it. We all know what you mean. Oh, Joffy just nearly sort of extended his knee too far then, but he did cut the ball out. But Plymouth do have it again here. Here's Whittaker. Goes down the line here. Tries to get the ball across the box. Cleared by Cooper. Do you have any videos in the work? Not at the moment, no. I do get ahead sometimes, but at the moment, it's all just based on what's happening at the moment. I don't think he can be serious, CB. That's ridiculous, isn't it? The reason the bookies probably had it as favourites to be a draw in normal time is because it was a draw in normal time in the first leg. So they're saying that the chances of that happening again are quite high because the teams seem like they'll draw because they did. The most recent example of them playing against each other. My favourite Leeds crest, I like the ones where they had the Yorkshire Rose on them, to be honest. Here's Phillips playing the ball backwards to Gibson, who's going to play it all the way back to Hazard in the Plymouth goal, who sends that one long. Dealt with by Rodon here, and Gray manages to keep it in and give it to Joffy, who gives it all the way back to Rodon again. Firpo does have a bit of habit of losing interest. I think he. Oh, actually, yeah, Render that's one of my favourite. I think if we go back to the circular badge, I think it just adds something classic looking about it, doesn't it? A lot of clubs have decided to go back to circular badges in the last couple of years, but I mean, genuinely, that Yorkshire Rose one that Render's got would do fine as a modern badge now. It'd look class on this kit. I don't really like our... that's the Adidas badge. I don't really like our current badge, to be honest. Not a massive fan of it. Also, the Peacock badge as well, which obviously I incorporated into my channel logo. I like that one as well. Long ball forward here from Leeds, but it's gone all the way through to Hazard in the goal. Tell you what, though, how nice is it to... I know you're saying you like the old Strongbow kit, but how nice is it to have a kit that's... ball from Bamford goes forward to Somerville. Somerville coming inside the box here. Somerville gives it to Jorginho, who shoots, and it's hit the post and gone in. 3-1. Leeds have sealed it. Jorginho with the most P-rollerish of goals you'll ever see. But Leeds United have sealed it. 3-1. Lovely. Sorry, what I was saying was... Oh, yeah, the Strongbow kit. Yeah, it was nice to have that Strongbow kit, but it is nice to finally have a kit with a sponsor that's a real company that, like, it's just a boiler company. It's just normal. It's not a made-up betting company from somewhere nobody knows where. So it's nice to have that back, a bit of normality. Yeah, Bamford played it forward to Somerville, and I thought Bamford's pass was a bit slow. And then Somerville just played it across to Jorginho, who just... I don't know how the goalkeeper didn't save that, you know. I think that's terrible from the goalkeeper. I think it took a deflection, you know. So now Jorginho's assisted Somerville, and now Somerville's assisted Jorginho. Off the post and in, 3-1. We'll have that very much. See you in the next round, Aston Villa or Chelsea. Loving the blue kit, like the peacock at the back as well, yeah. Yeah, I like the peacock badge as well. I obviously edited it and changed the colours and the font and all that sort of stuff, and added my own twist to it. Oh, Bamford's just gone right through the back off there, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Here's Bamford. Out to Joffy. Joffy comes inside here. Plays a nice ball across to Firpo. Firpo comes... Oh, he's passed to Somerville, just cut out by Mumba there. I think Mumba's one of their better players, you know. I've been impressed with Mumba in the games that we played against them. Here's Somerville. Somerville tries to play the ball to Jorginho, but cut out by Phillips there. Jorginho still chasing him down there. Jorginho does so well. That's brilliant from Jorginho. Good work. Yeah, that was in one of my videos, you know, when I was doing those history videos before the transfer window. That was in one of them talking about the old kits and stuff. And I talked about that in there, how it wasn't just suspicious about peacocks, he was just, superstitious about all birds. And so the owl associations as well on the badge he got rid of, because we used to have owls on the crest as well, didn't we? So he got rid of all of that. Bit silly, really, isn't it? The superstition like that, but hey ho, part of our history now. Yeah, Jorginho did get fouled there, and he did hurt himself a little bit, but I think he's all right now. Can you imagine how a hot shower will feel after the game? Yeah, to be honest, I went. Ball nearly drops to Somerville. I went for the first run I've been for in like probably 2 years before. Nearly died. But when I got back and I was freezing cold, I was like, oh, do you know what? That hot shower was lovely. And a nice meal as well. Lovely. Firpo. Cooper. Back to Rodon. Plymouth playing a bit of a high press now and actually wiping out a couple of our players in the process. Here's Melier. Now Gruev. Gruev and Gray cut a similar figure, you know, when they're playing. Yeah, I think this game might have been put to bed a little bit earlier if we'd have had him, Ben. But obviously Somerville came on and became our talisman that got a goal and an assist. He's just been brilliant, hasn't he, this season, Somerville? Nice little popped pass to Gruev there from Jorginho, and then Gruev across to Cooper. Just less than 5 minutes of this game to go now. Here comes Somerville. Somerville fouled there, but here's Piru. Now Joffy inside the box. Joffio to chew, and it's deflected wide. I accidentally called him Joffio there, but I don't hate it. Yeah, not when you see his actual face, though, CB. Like his figure, you mean? Like his what's it called? Like his silhouette? What? You know what I mean? But when you actually see his face, he's not as ugly as Rooney. Oh look, there's the Rising Sun Whites that somebody said was. Who was it that said that the Rising Sun Whites were his friend? Because I just saw their flag. Ball into the box, headed straight up and back towards Ilya Gruev. Ilya Gruev, man of the match by Matt Upson. And yeah, they're there, John. Oh, the ball in the back of the net. Oh my God, who gets the goal for that? I think Gruev might have just got the goal, you know. It's 4-1. What on earth just happened then? The amount of times that we've said that they've been terrible corners. So Gruev goes, do you know what? I'm taking this into my own hands. And he just puts it straight in off a corner. Own goal. Oh, is it? Yeah, he bends it and it comes all the way through. Oh, it does hit one of their players and goes in, you know. Well, I mean, Hardy hasn't been able to score up Leeds' end, so why doesn't he score an own goal? There you go. At least you've scored one. He just headed it back past his own keeper. Well, 4-1. Here's Whittaker down the right-hand side. I feel like they might get a consolation back here. Tries to shoot. Melier. I mean, his legs were open then, and it nearly went through his legs, but did well to catch it. Yeah, I heard that earlier, Ben. So I'm glad we've put 4 past him. Firpo looks like he's got a cramp, just stretching it out. No, there's no way that we mess it up now. I don't know who went through from that. Was that a replay or? I never actually checked who went through in that game. Plymouth are making another substitution here. Oh, no, it's tomorrow at 8 o'clock, the Villa-Chelsea game, so we don't know yet. Phillips is coming off and Matthews is coming on. Here's Rodon. Across to Archie Gray and then inside to Ilya Gruev. Gruev with a long ball down the line towards Joel Piru, who plays it into the path of Bamford. Bamford's in the box here. Good tackle there from Mumba in the end. Good tackle there from Jorginho as well, but that's going to go all the way through to Gibson there. Cleared there by the Plymouth defender, and then they can come forward, but no, they've just given it straight back to Gruev, and this has become a bit of a battering now. Bernard Fitzpatrick saying hi from Dublin. Thanks for the commentary and entertaining chats. Thanks very much, mate. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. And yeah, come back anytime you want. Oh, good ball through to Bamford. Bamford shoots. Just dragged past the post. Yeah, and Plymouth are absolutely dead on their feet. Just needed Bamford to top it off there, didn't it? Why have we scored 3 goals in extra time? Maybe we need extra time in the Championship. Yeah, a lot of the home supporters have gone home. They held out for 90 minutes. They had a good 90 minutes, but anything after that, I'm sorry, but they're a bit... they're way off it. Joffrey gets fouled there, but carries on going. Oh no. That is full time. Great 3 points for Leeds. Jokes. Yeah, he blows it with 5 seconds on the spot. On the clock. Yeah, thanks, Rob. Really appreciate that. Thanks to everybody who's joined me. Leeds have won 4-1 and will place Aston Villa or Chelsea in the next round. Thank you so much to everybody who has joined me. Thank you to all our Leeds Lately members. If you want to become a Leeds Lately member, hit that join button down below, and that's a good way you can support the channel and join our great community. You've got special emojis and stuff that you use, priority replies to comments and all that sort of thing. Thank you to everybody else as well who has joined me. It made it a pleasurable experience watching our beloved Leeds United go through to the next round of the FA Cup. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Leeds Lately.